Lock.
Go.
Boom. There it is. There he is.
Oh, I'm not gonna be able to watch the whole thing.
He looks like a zombie, and that.
Oh shit! I need to
He
turn up this
looks
shit.
like he looks like a stoner
Welcome
in
to-
that thumbnail.
Yeah.
Hey. Yeah, he does. You want to go back to get that shot of him in the?
He's like,
It does confirm my theory that Ray spent most of the budget on weed.
Yeah, it's very
Come
possible.
on,
he's
man.
like the budget.
Oh man.
I just saw the number.
Can we go
Which
back
interview
real
this
quick
is.
to?
Really? You couldn't hold.
Of course, it's number
to
69.
like the next interview. You could have made this the next interview, and then it'd be the funny number.
Yeah, look at him. Oh fuck! I didn't pause it on time. It's fine.
Yeah, that is a zombie stoner. That
Look,
is a zombie
let's go
stoner.
back.
You
We-
cannot change my
A
mind.
zoner, if you will.
Ready, brains, man.
Really quick.
Yes.
These are
There he is.
like I posted some stuff. These are like other thumbnails of like the other creators. They all look more appealing. And
Yeah, Julia
interesting.
Kay looks
Meanwhile,
actually
Ray's
like
just
her.
Is
kind
Ray-
of dead.
Yeah,
Nikki
Ray
getting
Ray
bad
looks like a
dreams.
pirate. I don't know what
I'm
a
here
Joe
for the
Sparrow
bring weed.
is.
Julia Kay actually looks like.
Then there's Spencer Man, and then there's Alex Hirsch, who I only know because he's Alex Hirsch.
Also, you know, it's
I have
really
no
funny.
idea who any of these people are.
You know, it's really funny. We're talking about Julia Kay, and Snapdragon is strategically placed right there on my stream.
Everyone else, yeah, because like everyone else looks a lot more appealing in the way they're featured on these things, and Ray just looks.
Ray looks like he's gonna
dead.
die right now. Somebody made it.
I can at least be fair to that. Gene and Faye wanted to do what actually put the work into their intro, and then whoever's the guest star would be just a little quick doodle so that they can easily swap in and out for each interview.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair though, I mean, it's a unified style. Like, what if High Guardian Spice looked like that?
Oh, that would be terrible.
But it's unified.
It already is terrible.
It's artistically.
It would be a post-apocalypse.
Yeah, that would be interesting. It would be interesting.
Wait a minute, I just thought about two jokes. First of all, this Ray looks like he wouldn't be able to complete Spring Breeze in Superstar Ultra.
And Spring Breeze is the piss easy part.
Two,
Yeah.
he looks like he died to a real Spring Breeze.
Right, he looks like a Morrowind player.
You know, it's. If you look at my stream, I also have.
He
Yeah.
looks like Game Champ
Lord.
3000 after doing the Doc Quickman with no damage. If
He-
none of you get that reference, he's random and he can just decide you take damage.
He looks like.
How about we replace that with the Cuphead tutorial fail reference, now laugh.
Oh yeah, that's funny.
The game journalism.
Oh, yeah,
The game journalism.
Oh, yeah.
This is game journalism right now.
The Cuphead tutorial.
Game journalism at this exact moment.
Whenever,
Hat and a silly hat, so the cat in the
And then I
hat.
remember having a dream.
I'm
with
trying to
Sailor
get
Moon
the
in it. That was like
live
the first
chat.
dream I
A witch with the
remember.
machine gun.
Anyway, sorry. Yeah, we'll come. Sorry, yeah, that was like I had a dream where I was like in the Sailor Scouts. And,
Oh,
but they like
interesting.
created like a turtle mech.
Oh.
I really don't know
Okay.
what. But I swear that's like the first dream I remember. I was like 6 or 7 years old. Anyway,
what was
Wait a
your
minute.
outfit,
I
though,
just
for
realized
the
something.
Sailor
I was a
Scouts?
beautiful Sailor Scout. I don't know.
Fuck yeah! I
Yeah,
love
what-
it.
Fuck yeah.
That's
Um,
such a good look for you.
Cross-dressing since I was like 6.
We're like
I
actually
remember
talking
this
over
guy
him, which is pretty funny.
He hadn't gotten into Gundam.
this got very
But,
personal.
But really, like,
Wait, I actually want to hear what he says.
Anime, I was more into Pokemon. But like, I went to the one.
Of course you were into Pokemon. You used the Pokeball opening sound effect in
Pyaw.
episode 6.
Pyaw.
to announce
we
who
finally
your
got
teammates
closure on
were.
why that was used there. Now we understand.
Wait.
Well, yeah.
You have to listen to this part.
What's he
because
say?
He goes all. I'm not like other girls in this one.
I'm not like other people.
I can't
Elaborate?
hear anything when anyone else is talking. So
Sorry.
I really want to make sure that I understand.
We gotta
what
not
you're
talk.
saying.
We gotta not talk when Ray is talking. All right.
All right.
The grown-ups are talking.
Well, I mean, not really.
The not grown-up is talking.
Yeah.
Cool in all of America, where like it wasn't cool to like Pokemon, at least as
Oh
far as I
God.
know.
What?
Yeah,
What
I
a
was like
tragedy.
made. I know. I was made fun of for being like the Pokemon kid in first grade, and you're like, you
That
guys
sucks.
don't like Pokemon? This is very weird.
Yeah.
Was it a Digimon school? Is that why?
Is it a Digimon?
No.
Was it a
I don't
Monster
know.
Rancher school?
Okay. I'm going to be
Wow.
very, very frank.
What?
That never happens. Children like Pokemon.
Oh, they
because
love
Pokemon is
Pokemon.
good.
Yeah.
Like
Probably
Indigo
my
League is a
question
little
is
bit
like
weird.
where he went to school if it was like they're not into Pokemon.
Yeah, like Indigo League is a little bit weird, but it's still kind of fun. The X and Y series are slightly weird, but they're also okay. They're entertaining. I don't know about Sun and Moon though. I haven't watched it. I outgrew it. I outgrew Sun and Moon when it came out. I
What
outgrew
is-
Pokemon when it came out.
What are these arts, by the way?
How old is Ray? Like when she
20 something.
20 something.
Wait, you mean when they transitioned?
What, Ray?
Like when he was at school talking about Pokemon.
What, Ray?
Yeah, well, like how old was he when
You
he
said
was
first grade.
No, I said
First
Ray,
grade.
Ray has to be. I think he might have
He
been
said first grade.
first grade. Okay.
I think
First grade,
something
how
really
old is
important.
first
Does
grade?
Ray say anything about Reclaim Gloria in this interview?
Oh yeah, that's.
I really
No,
don't
don't
think he
spoil
said
it.
Oh.
Don't spoil it.
Yeah, no
Don't
spoil. Do
it.
not
I
spoil.
really want to
Do
see
not
this for
spoil.
myself.
Do not
Hey
spoil.
guys,
Say anything other than later.
spoiled. Hey guys,
Yes.
what's up?
Let's play the
I
video.
can probably disprove Ray's point because when I was in elementary school, everyone was doing Pokemon shit.
I love how we haven't even gotten to this.
I was in junior high when we were when Pokemon hit.
Do you remember when Beyblade?
Holy
were a
shit!
thing?
What's happening? What the fuck just happened?
I remember Beyblades and Yu-Gi-Oh, but like I remember some kids in my elementary school also had Pokemon cards. I grew up watching the anime a lot.
Yeah. I don't know. Machine gun.
Beyblades are really.
I don't know.
Reclaim Gloria
Hey,
is
Beyblades were the
I don't
thing.
know if he'd be.
Wait, Dave. What?
allowed to say anything
Dave.
about it.
Dave.
What
What is he
Ray's
saying?
about like being ostracized for liking Pokemon? It's bullshit.
Yeah, but also, what was Dave
Here's the
saying?
thing, no one is ostracized for liking Pokemon. Pokemon wasn't the big thing. However, that was Beyblades. But Pokemon were still cool.
Let her
They were
rip.
still a thing that some people had.
Let her fucking rip. Beyblade.
Remember the shit got
Hey,
getting
Nugget.
taken away at the lunchroom because
Oh,
like.
Nugget.
Oh yeah, they
hit
did.
each other's eyes with it.
They totally did. I remember they tried to.
To hear
Wait a minute.
any
Is
news or
Nugget watching the
information
stream?
Wait,
I
Nugget?
don't think Nugget is here. Like
Because
Nugget's
Nugget
not-
isn't in the VC.
Oh. Okay.
Okay.
I think we need. I think we need to progress the video. That way we get through the boring part and get to the substantive claims. The substantive.
How far is the boring part?
It's like fucking 8 minutes.
Okay, are we in the boring part?
Yeah, we're in it, so we can talk over this probably. No, we can talk over it.
I need to know what Reclaim Gloria is about. All right, that's all I care.
I've told you what it's about. I'm telling you, I've predicted the entire story.
As a job, I didn't know if I wanted to like do comics for a while.
I can go through it again if you want.
And then eventually I wanted
Wait, did he
to
actually like say the plot?
No, but I can gather from everything I've read from him that what it is.
Oh, so it's like speculation.
Yeah, but it's pretty solid because he's.
Weapons would be either dueling flintlocks or
Yeah. Because guys, I'm a fucking David Lynch and Yoko Taro fan. I'm good at predicting unpredictable directors.
So he went to school to learn. He went to school to learn animation.
Like I don't know why. Like for a long time, I didn't really
is
consider
either
TV as a job.
dueling
It was like either you
flintlocks,
make
the ones that are
movies,
actually
like
made
you wanna
for
make a
pistols
Disney
at dawn or
or
derringers
you
from-
do live
just that's
action,
from the
but there's no like
Television
television
style.
You know what I mean? It wasn't until like
Do I know what he means though?
I can't hear while you guys are talking.
Yeah, what was he talking about?
You crank us down and
The
crank
thing is,
up
I
the
like,
video.
I can't do it like, I can't make it into a way where like I can hear you guys.
I really wish we
but I
could
can also
sub.
hear the thing.
Isn't there subs on the video? On the YouTube video?
Subtitles.
But
No,
you can't.
I can't access it even if there
That would
are.
make it a lot easier.
It's so
So how about
fucking
this? You guys
annoying,
wanna do a
dude.
timer system?
No, it's fine.
No.
It's fine. We can just talk. We can talk over Ray normally, but not right now. Well, right now we can, but not later.
Wait.
Let's
there's
just continue.
subtitles in the interview.
Yeah, but not on Watch Together, because Watch Together says fuck off.
Why don't we just someone do a screen share Discord thing?
We could.
With the video with subtitles.
We could. Can someone do that?
Because Watch Together doesn't have subtitles.
Can someone do that? I'm such a lazy streamer. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna have to go.
It's okay. Let's continue. Let's pretend like let's just do it, because like what's he really saying here that's like of value right now?
Are we gonna skip?
No, let's just keep talking over him. It's fine.
Okay.
It's fine. It's good content. Let's go. Play.
Gravity Falls, where I was like,
Gravity Falls. Oh shit!
And also,
I can also perfect my Ray impression.
Yeah, because that was kind of what tipped the thing over, even in my class.
Yeah, he might not be able to say anything about Reclaim Gloria because
NDA. He's under NDA. Yeah.
What the fuck is that? And then Gravity Falls came out.
Really?
Yeah,
I'm hoping something slips, maybe.
And then it was like, alright.
Also, Ray Debate Lord is watching.
It was crazy.
Yeah, that really did a lot.
Yeah, it took a little bit
with the glowing eyes.
People to realize like this is actually good. At least
glowing eyes.
No, I'm saying that my Ray fucking meme.
Yeah,
incorrect.
Yeah, incorrect. But
I keep thinking that Gene guy is me. He sounds a lot like me.
I don't know, like people growing up didn't know that they could even conceivably do like work in TV, and I think that's changed.
Yeah.
I think that like there's a lot more.
Yeah, Julia Kaye's was way more interesting so far.
But like. Our generation, yeah, it was a bit of a
because she's more interesting as a person.
I don't know what's up with that.
You don't,
well,
right?
Different time, and also maybe like, I think for a lot of us, or at least for me, maybe I should.
Oh my god.
For me.
Yeah, probably don't speak for other people, right?
I really liked anime because they were able to tell like long.
Why does the witch have an AK?
Because
that's an M16.
Because tonal consistency.
They didn't used to.
Wait,
and
what?
I guess it was
honestly,
like
that would be cool if that was time canon.
Yeah, it would be.
A cartoon that has that kind of serious tone to it, or like just talks about anything real, and then Adventure Time started actually doing it.
Oh right, because he's a big Adventure Time fan.
You can make cartoons that
who's
talk about
who's the pink person drawing?
Came out and it was like, oh my god, this is beautiful too.
The pink.
Yeah. Ah!
For me,
I like the way you said that just now.
That's Olive.
Reboot was like.
The CG.
Yes,
yes. Like,
because it was like the first
dealing
time that I
at the same
saw.
time, it's just different.
That was when I first got cable, and I was like, "What is this shit?" And I like.
What is this?
You could do
Olive, lavender,
TV with like a linear, or like cartoons, especially like with like a linear narrative.
What are you guys
and, like,
talking about?
Consequences.
We're in the boring part.
It was exciting.
That
kind of thing definitely wasn't common.
I'm trying to figure out who that person with the pink stylus thing is drawing. I'm trying. Is it Rose?
Like, so what I'm getting from this is he wanted to make cartoons that talk about like political stuff or something.
Yeah.
Wait, that have political themes?
Let's pause it here.
Like, I want to bring.
Yeah,
let's pause it here. It's like Ray wanted to be a propagandist.
Yeah, he wanted to tell propaganda. Yeah, and that's what he ended up doing. Yeah, no, there's shit at propaganda. What?
According to Miss DeviantArt, fear of the other is what leads to violence.
Yes.
Someone watched Lobster Hero?
Yeah.
Even though they're
Miss Deviant Art.
This is Deviant
I
Art.
never-
Still love that.
I fucking
No.
hated that ethics class.
What, the ethics scene?
Yeah, the ethics thing.
I am still going through my copy of Art of War just to disprove everything on High Guardian Spy.
Why? I love how we have to do that to disprove it. Like,
I had the perfect one for Goatsy with.
I'm telling you.
Him is like not believing in Oblivion. To raise it on there is a strength.
In general, I don't believe in Oblivion. Want some trail mix? What?
Here's a really weird trope about like a lot of fiction.
It's actually kind of funny.
They try to blame like every single thing, all of violence on like one specific thing.
Well, of
Or,
course.
like, all of evil as like one specific thing. However,
It's not how-
really isn't. There's a lot of
Evil doesn't really
There is
exist.
one source of evil, straight white men.
Oh yeah. I mean, yes,
Like,
but
here's the thing, like full disclosure, I'm gonna
Based.
do that too. Like evil will be a person, like just a regular person in my series, But that's because I just like to make people, not people. I like to make characters punch things, and I like watching characters punch things.
Yeah, that's fun.
So they're gonna punch the actual problem itself.
Mm-hmm.
And if we go by this thing, fear of the other is what leads to violence. Does that mean guardians kill monsters out of fear?
Yes. Does that mean that I was gonna make a Sage thing, but
Wait, is that the actual quote from that episode?
Does Sage hate men because she fears them?
Maybe.
Is that the actual quote from?
Do Olive and Mandrake fear like the characters, and that's why they want to kill?
Well,
not only is it factually incorrect, but the line itself has nothing to do with the themes of the show.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
It's like someone else wrote that line who wasn't like in the team.
Yeah, it's like, huh.
That's what it feels like.
Like they just went to incorrect quotes generator, and they're like, how about we try to make the most? How about we try to just look at the first word in every quote and think, huh? How about we just like look at the first word in every quote? I already said that, and then try to figure out the closest thing to a coherent sentence that would create.
Listening to that ethics teacher's talk was like listening to one of those AI generated stories.
Yeah, it was.
Like, you know how you like, plug in a part of it and like finishes it?
You know what's...
You mean like Sonic Destruction?
Somebody... You know what somebody should do? You know the scene where Ray is like... Sorry, Caraway is like talking and like it's in the background. Somebody should boost the audio of that so we can actually follow what's being said, because he's actually saying things and it's like nonsense. But
wait, you mean like in the scene where Rosemary is sad and walking through the crowd in the Halloween episode?
No, I mean the scene where it's when Aster comes in. He's like talking about runes.
His little side tangent on how runes are instead of actually explaining
what's
what,
a rune?
Oh wait, no. Here's the thing. He does explain what runes are. Before Aster walks in.
We need to keep playing the video, by the way. Let's do it.
Actual future. Now,
here's the video.
I'm no master strategist. However, wouldn't that become the teeniest little bit broken if you could see the
anime to the United States?
Yeah, it would.
All kind of did it at the same time.
Wouldn't it be such a magnificent shame if it was
how do you feel about
never
that? Do you
brought
feel
up
like,
again?
because I feel like there's still a resistance.
Yeah, it is nonsense.
Never brought up again.
Sorry.
The realization is one faster in the scene he was introduced.
I guess. Because I worked on High
What are you
Guardian
talking about now?
I'm a
I just left for that.
Wait, now he's talking about shit.
He just said High Guardian. That means we have to pay attention.
Yeah, we gotta listen, guys. I agree about the runes and shit, but we do actually need to progress.
Does he explain what a guardian is?
Yes.
Lord and Savior Ray Rodriguez is speaking.
Yes.
Listen to this.
Now I am suddenly in like different meetings than I would have been if I had just like gone the straight like storyboard artist to director to
very true.
Whatever route. I have been in a lot of like meetings with development executives.
Very
and, like,
astute.
A lot of them are talking about like we want to try to make our own anime.
They called it an anime.
So it's
Oh yeah, there he goes.
Okay.
Just walk that shit back. Walk it right back.
It's not an anime. It's not an anime. That's not the art style. You didn't make an anime. You made garbage.
And by the way, most people like defending this show are saying, "Oh, it's not an anime." It says like you shouldn't criticize it by comparing it to anime.
I mean, yeah.
It's an anime multiple times. He says he was inspired by anime.
We saw his TikTok.
It's like,
Well, in that case,
it's
it's
not an
just
anime stream. Like, listen, here's the reasons why the it's not an anime thing falls apart. It's on an anime streaming service.
Well, yeah, it doesn't matter.
He says multiple times it's inspired by anime, and multiple times he says it is an anime.
You know what High Guardian Spice reminds me of? Diablo Immortal. Remember that whole thing?
Oh, that it's shit?
I don't remember that actually.
PC fans. So it's the exact same thing. Crunchyroll is like an anime streaming service, and they show up to a bunch of anime fans using their money to make a cartoon that they don't want.
Yeah, that's the big problem. That was why I was almost sympathetic. That was that was why I was sympathetic to Ray at first, because like I was like, maybe he just got dealt a bad hand because of the fact that like he was given this opportunity and he didn't quite know what he was doing, and then they gave him all the money and like he had nothing to do with the politics behind of how it was created, because that does happen. Even though he's executive producer and he is in charge of the money at the end of the day, he has no control over the platform and the way the platform conducts itself, you know?
Yeah, but the thing is, in his little Twitter rant where nothing's his fault, he never said shit about the trailer not being his idea. He was all for it.
Well, no, but he said actually wait.
The only one that actually went.
But
what the show was. Everybody else was like.
He's the only one who said a thing that's good in the trailer.
It's a warm and sweet and.
To be fair, Ray's contribution to that trailer.
He's the only one that actually attempted to sell the show as this is what's going on in the show.
Yeah, Ray's contribution to the trailer. Ray's contribution to that trailer was actually probably the most sensible thing in the trailer, which leads me to believe that I do believe his story that he had probably no say in that trailer, because that was like the type of thing that you would contract out. Like that's the type of thing I work with groups like production houses that do trailer like videos like that. That's the type of thing you would outsource to somebody, and they would give it.
Lance?
What?
Yeah, but you guys also understand. Ray's in the fucking trailer talking about how he's basically making the next Disney movie.
I mean.
Oh, and another thing
yeah.
that's slightly less important, but also is really stupid. I'm like 98% sure it was Ray, but someone said that the writing room was 100% female.
That wasn't Ray. That was not Ray.
That was Ray saying the writing room was 100% female.
No, that wasn't Ray that said.
Misgendering Ray.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't.
Which is...
To be fair, that was not Ray. That was some other woman.
Yeah, it was.
They probably should have, not said that.
But it is also kind of shitty because they're
they talk about how diverse they are, and then they just show a room filled with white women.
Yeah, who can't see.
We're so diverse. Listen.
By the way,
I think better diversity in a box of Cheerios.
Yeah.
By the way, having an all
hurts. That hurts because Cheerios are terrible. Like Honey Nut Cheerios are fine.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Cheerios are fine, but you said that there's a plain Cheerios. That's painful. You can make someone cry with that.
So we need to progress the video, guys. We need to progress it. I'm so sorry. Yeah, let's go.
By the way,
I'd like to understand what anime actually is.
What? Who's talking?
Oh wait, he just said he doesn't understand what anime is.
Wait, was that Prince?
Let me answer this for Ray real quick.
Listen. I really want to hear what he says.
Yeah, let's go.
We want to try to make our own anime.
Yeah, there he goes.
So it's a thing. Like, I know that studios are interested. Whether or not they understand what anime actually
wait.
is another.
What?
Like question.
Okay.
Wait, what? Hold on.
Well,
pause.
wait, but wait.
Studios he wanted to make an anime.
Yeah, wait, he said they didn't.
Crunchyroll doesn't know what an anime is.
What the fuck? Wait, we gotta walk that back. I gotta walk that back. What's he saying?
Yeah, no, I think we kind of need a replay.
A lot of us went into animation being like, I want to bring anime to the United States, and we all kind of did it at the same time. So it's like, oh, we don't even need to fight for this anymore. Like, it's just happening. Great.
Kind of. I mean, how do you feel about that? Do you feel like because I feel like there's still a resistance.
Wait, did I go forward, not back? No, I did. I went. Yeah.
That is.
I'm about to say you went back.
Good.
Because of, I guess, because I worked on High Guardian and. Like,
to be fair, I stutter like crazy.
Now I am suddenly in like different meetings than I would have been if I had just like gone the straight like storyboard artist to director to whatever route.
I mean, he's not wrong as somebody who like is in that boat right now, and like he and I are not that far off, which is why like which is why I have the sort of personal, I don't want to say axe to grind because I don't have anything against Ray personally.
Well, you also know how to translate corpo.
Wait, what?
You also know how to translate corpo.
There are two. Wait, Dave first,
Okay,
then
Paladin,
Paladin.
you go first.
Yeah. Paladin first.
Right, well, like I said, it's like you know how to translate corpo.
You know, like I know how to.
Yeah.
I don't know
Is
about
it
that.
like body or something?
So like,
You know,
No,
like,
I don't.
goes to corporate talk.
I don't know if I
Like,
do.
in this, I know in like it's
Ray
like,
might.
In this circumstance, it means something about corporate, but I'm pretty sure like the actual translation is body.
Well, here's the thing with the problem is that like that's a very surface level. I don't know. Maybe it's just me being in the industry.
No,
He's like saying stuff that's so basic right now.
Can someone crop that like drawing of Rosemary going yeah?
I have been in a lot of like meetings with development executives, and like a lot of them are talking about like we want to try to do boss. We want to try to.
Here it is. We want to try to
It's
make
a
our own anime. It's not a. It's just a thing. I know that studio. No, continue. I'm quoting it as it's happening.
Whether or not they understand what anime actually is another.
I think he's talking about studios, not Crunchyroll.
Okay,
But
listen.
he's saying that studios don't understand what an anime is.
Anime is
But that's so weird.
It's
You don't know what an anime is, right?
Alright, listen, all you studios that have like a lot of money here, let me explain it to you. An anime is a style of
He's
Japanese
mansplaining
film
right
television
now.
Animation, typically aimed at adults as well as children.
He's literally mansplaining right now.
There's
He's actually doing that.
No. That's not mansplaining. Mansplaining is pretending that the other person is dumb, as far as I'm aware.
Well, that's what he's doing though.
Pretending that Ray is dumb.
That's really
Ray is
interesting.
dumb.
Wait,
Yeah,
what?
It's really interesting that like anime is like defined as a genre.
No, I was saying. Wait, pause that. Pause.
Because when you're
I can pause it. That's right.
Okay, something.
I was saying, guys, real quick. I was saying that Ray was mansplaining to us, just to clear that up.
Oh, okay. Something very stupid that I really want to make this clear. The way that he drew the I guess shading on the hair makes it look like her right hair puff is a shell and not a puff.
Yeah, that's a
Not to
little
mention
weird.
The left one is assimilating the cat.
Oh, it is the octuplet snake. Anyway.
No, I mean like the one that JoJo Man posted in mutes.
Oh, I'm sorry.
A lot of the time, they
But that we need to get through the first statement. It's it's so boring. That's why we're talking so much.
Like, I don't know. You know,
Shit on these generalization of
Wait.
trying to mimic this thing.
Because
the copy of the copy.
granted, it's like technically it's a general term, but you can actually go into.
And yeah, prepping for our interview, and like it was on Crunchyroll, so there was ads every 3 minutes.
Oh, he's complaining about ads on Crunchyroll. That's relatable.
The same ad over and over again as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, they were advertising like I think it was Genshin Impact or something, and it. And
Wait, what? Genshin Impact? What?
Odd how much.
I thought of an
American
idea for
audiences
something.
hate- or not, I shouldn't say American
What's
audiences.
up?
Weirdos on Twitter love
Whoa.
to shit on like the bean
Whoa.
He's talking about Genshin Impact.
We mentioned the evil overlord said his Twitter.
Yeah, he mentioned.
He's talking about Twitter.
Makes me curious.
Let's go.
Listen.
Second.
I can't hear.
What is Ray saying right now? I couldn't hear.
Let's
Talking
listen.
about Twitter.
Yeah.
Are you guys playing it right now?
Weirdos on.
Okay, like I can't hear.
Who's talking?
Well, I can't hear the thing, and I really want to hear the thing. I really want to hear what he says about his awful haters.
Yeah.
On Twitter love to shit on like bean mouth and CalArt style and all this shit.
Oh.
But like I don't hear anybody ever really complaining about how every face in anime, like 99% of the time,
Wait,
is
what?
the exact same.
I don't know what anime he's watched.
Okay, so that is straight up a lie because I've seen lots of anime critics talk about how like all the anime faces look the same. Like when everyone was dogging on A1 Pictures and they were talking about how everyone had the fucking Kirito face.
Wait, so that is correct. Wait, what
Dave, come on. You got so many good emote requests, so many amazing choices, and you choose nya.
Yes, I did.
Wait, you didn't?
No.
And you haven't even made Ray glowing eyes.
No. You have have to make this one now. You have to make blue screen now.
Do I know?
Yes, because you made
But also, guys, we have to. Okay. So that was the first weird take.
We need to get back on. It's like flag on the play.
I just
Holding.
needed to comment
We need
on
to get back
It's
on,
kind of true, but
animation
it's
style.
not exclusive to anime.
Yeah, I was thinking about that because didn't he say he was mentioning Genshin Impact?
Wait, that hasn't happened yet. That Genshin Impact as an ad was mentioned. I don't think the game was mentioned. Let's continue.
The bean mouth thing is absolutely not even true. Like, it's just not even true. Like,
Bean mouth. Oh yeah, CalArt thing.
Bring up look completely different.
Everyone makes that
focus
joke
in
about
on
the
one
bean mouth. They do look like beans, though. I can't.
It's
lie,
really
they look
interesting
like
because
shit.
I was like,
Well, it's not just the
art
mouth, it's also
anime
the
from the
head.
70s and 80s.
Yeah.
You know, kind of like all the Ghibli type
faces than
anime, like
anime
Tom
does.
Sawyer,
To
or
be
like
fair,
they
most of the
did a
people
lot
who
of these like
made
high
these
kind of like
CalArt shows
Western
didn't go to CalArt.
staples.
Yeah,
and
it's
they
just
have
it's just
the
kind of
style,
become a
and the
blanket
style,
term for just like really shitty
For
cartoons.
example,
American anime animation.
To my knowledge, Rebecca
watching
Sugar
these, like,
never went to
Western,
CalArts, as far as I can tell.
stories made into animes, which had the style. And
What the
also
fuck
Dragon
is she
Ball, like,
talking?
the early Dragon Ball had this.
She's trying to.
But yeah,
She's trying to bring up a similar
It's
argument
really
that Jerry
frustrating
brought
to
up.
watch.
Oh, I
It's
thought.
just easy to repeat, you know.
Guys, real talk. I thought Ray was just talking to us. He said this is frustrating. He said this is frustrating to watch.
Like that argument.
No.
Ray, I know it's frustrating to watch, but I'm
Like,
trying to
they're not
do
even
this
the target
sober.
audience for any of it, and so it's just like.
I'm actually gonna grab a shot at some point. Holy fuck.
Don't know why they're so mad. I think they're mad because it gets them views. Like that's really it.
What?
It's easy.
Wait, what's he talking?
No.
No, he's saying okay.
Is he saying that we're mad because we get views?
Hold on, I might be talking a little loud.
All right, before you go, I want to clarify for everybody else that he's talking about everybody like doing
Shitting on-
quote unquote hate clicks for
Which is what we're doing, kind of. So this is against us.
Okay, I really want to defend my honor as a YouTuber real quick. No, that's not why I did it. I did it. Well, it's partially for quote unquote hate clicks, but
it's also fun. It's fun to talk about.
Possibility syncs really well with the opening, and then I just made that video, and then I was like, huh. What about Power Rangers SPD? Because
And then you just made more.
And
Yeah.
I liked it. And then I was like, huh. What about Mystic Force? It's an actual like magic.
Here's a
Power
question.
Rangers thing.
Here's a
And then it-
yeah.
I really
Here's
don't
a
care if you're
question.
Doing it for hate clicks. If you have shit to say about the show, you should be able to say it.
Well, yeah, and here's another question.
That's the whole point of criticism because like some people will like it, some people will hate it.
And that's
try to
fine.
average out the scores and see whether or not you want to check it out.
Well, and also as a creator, Ray probably shouldn't give a fuck about like why people are watching it. He should just care that people are watching it because I mean.
Also, of course, people are gonna make content for views.
Yeah, that's the entire purpose of criticism. The medium of criticism.
Content around High Guardian Spice, nobody would have watched it.
Yeah,
So it's like,
because real talk, how did all of you get into it?
You just get no traction.
How did you all get into it?
Anyone would show up to this show to be a fan.
Wait, guys, real quick. How did you all get into it? How did you all fall down the?
How do I get into High Guardian?
Yeah.
Got pulled in by Reddit.
Okay, Reddit.
This server, like I heard
This
about
server.
it, like this is how I found out about High Guardian Spice. I was not watching. I was just on YouTube and I found out, I saw this trailer. Not the trailer. I saw someone talking about the trailer. I was like, given what this guy said.
Yeah, literally, that's what's happened to me.
So the reason I know about High Guardian
Is because of criticism, which.
So I was like,
one at a time, please.
I'm sorry.
So I was like, given what I know about what this guy said, this is gonna suck. But I'm too lazy to look at the trailer to figure out if it's really bad. So then, that was 2019, and then 2021 happened. I was like, I vaguely remember that. And then I saw a bunch of Dave's videos, and I was like, that doesn't look very good.
Yeah.
So then I came into the server, and then like I watched the show, and I live Discorded it. Not like in VC, but I just commentated me watching it in general, like as like the server was being created.
Yeah.
So I was just like, This is terrible. Why did this exist?
So
that's the entire story of me
Yeah.
and High Guardian Spice.
So guys, real
Guardian Spice through this 3 years ago.
Through this.
And I kind of just banked it in the back of my memory, like I forgot.
Oh
about
yeah,
it, and
this
I was like,
video.
Oh, I guess it's not coming out.
That's a
And
good
it came
video.
out.
It's a good video.
And
You
yeah.
know how I got into High Guardian Spice?
Yeah.
I watched the trailer and a lot of the news surrounding it back when it first came out.
So the OG,
Forgot
you were there at the beginning.
Forgot about it for about 3 years, and then was genuinely surprised that it was that it was getting released.
Yeah. So
I was like, wait, they're actually doing this. And
And-
yeah,
unless
this exists.
unless anyone else has like an additional story, I think we've illustrated in a decent
And
way.
most I can say is that Cardi
Yeah.
dragged me into it.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, Prince, what were you gonna say?
Weirdly for me, it was Clownfish TV.
Okay.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Like the
Yeah,
one,
it's
the rarities of like they were actually defending the show mainly because it was original property, whereas
And then
everything else
they-
getting remade to fit, basically, the message.
Yeah.
It was like the one
Which-
thing that was an original property that they can do what the hell they want, and I'm like, okay, that's fair. That's the original property.
So then,
that is fair.
Prince, how did you get into it? Because I know you're gonna say
You
something.
You need to say the message more like how the drinker would say it. The message.
I don't have. That's
Wait.
The first thing I do is just.
I actually want to hear
on my
Prince's
earbuds
story.
going, the message.
Paladin, real quick. I want to hear
But drinker, you.
Prince. What were you gonna say?
Oh, yeah.
What?
I was gonna say that I got into High Guardian Space because of like the trailer back in 2019, and I was like, why is Crunchyroll making cartoons? I thought they did anime.
Yeah.
But in the back of my mind, I was like, okay, it may look terrible, but maybe it'll have like a good story. Like I don't remember the trailer nearly as much, but
Yeah. So
I expected the story would suck from the trailer because there was no story really being told with the trailer.
yeah, it was the biggest problem with it.
All Ray and Kate and like everyone said, it's about 4 girls who go on adventures at a magic school.
Which is very basic.
We didn't even know the character's name
Yeah.
until
Really
later on.
That's if you're going through it frame by frame.
The trailer
Of
didn't
this
have
video?
names?
Nope.
Oh my
That's
Like,
true.
Crunchyroll
Something that
Crunchyroll
Crunchyroll
straight
is
up buried this thing for
Rosemary
several
was the
years.
only one
I
who
thought they
actually do
canceled
find
it.
out the name.
hate videos
All the
on
trailers.
Wait, oh, he's talking about hate.
When
Hate
the show was
videos.
announced, all it said about the synopsis is that it's about 4 girls going on adventures
Yes.
at a magic school. That's it. They didn't explain.
This journey beginning with you and with me.
It's about 5 girls and a guy.
Yeah.
Snapdragon and Amaranth.
Well,
Well,
To be
that
fair,
was
Snapdragon, so-
when they got into it.
they're
That-
side
that was
characters
not-
and they were antagonists.
They didn't know they existed.
because when if you watch the trailer, they do have artwork of Snapdragon.
yeah, they do.
So
They
they
probably didn't have any
Yeah,
plans.
but that doesn't mean they intended for Snapdragon.
But guys,
to be
guys,
the main group. It became that way because
We have
they
to
fucked
progress.
up and didn't plan shit out first.
Yeah. Oh, I agree with all of this.
They were still
And it
making the
illustrates,
show
yeah.
While the trailer was like,
Right. We
that
should,
makes
we
like
should
it makes
play
sense.
It also-
building the show
guys, it-
over-
Guys, real quick.
You're not
It
making the series. You don't make the series while you're. You don't make the series
I
and
wa-
make up the plot while
yeah.
the trailer's
You
out.
don't. You don't. But because that's the
Plot is
David
already
Cage.
done.
David
You've done
Cage.
everything. Now you just have to make it on the screen. You have to put it on the screen. You have to write it down. You have to make the sounds. You don't just make it as you go. I have a very strong
Yeah.
suspicion that all they had was concept art of the characters and a very, very, very loose draft of the plot.
Mhm.
While the trailer.
Yeah, and also-
unfinished products.
Also, here's guys. I have something. There's something I want to say really quick.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
Brian,
What?
you got the floor.
Okay. I just want to say this before we get off track from it. I want to debunk Ray's claims about criticism because I want to drive home the point that half of us got into this because of criticism of it. So therefore, and I subbed to Crunchyroll and accidentally overspent my free trial, so they got my money. they wouldn't have gotten that money if I hadn't seen criticism of the show. So I mean,
dude, you didn't have to pay. It was free.
Well, fuck me.
Burner card.
You can just watch the show.
Yeah.
It costs $0
Yeah.
0 cents to watch that show specifically because it was terrible.
Well, I mean, either way, they got my money. It's fine.
Crunchyroll's treatment of the show and how they handled its release. They buried it for like 3 years and then just like.
Oh yeah, because they were ashamed.
Go. It's free.
That's where
Just watch it.
would be their most popular videos on their channel.
Oh, here he goes.
I don't even think they had a release trailer. I don't even think they announced the release. They just pressed the send button.
Sure does.
Sure does. We'll get into that later.
Yeah, I've got plenty of things to say.
Oh, I'm sure you do, Ray.
What was some of your
sure
earliest
you do.
projects that you worked on or even finished?
By the way, guys, I'm so sorry if I just executive override and just play the video. It's just because we have to advance it, and we'll rewind if there's anything said or if anyone really wants to say something. Okay.
Okay, it's totally fine. You go ahead and do that.
It's just because What? Did someone just leave?
I think someone did.
I think 404 left.
Okay. But I get.
That's my cue as well. I have to go.
Peace out.
I have to go too.
You do?
What? Why is everyone leaving?
All right.
Everyone's leaving.
No, hey, we're gonna stick through it.
11 o'clock has arrived.
We're gonna stick through it together. Peace out. Friendship will get us through.
Stick around for a bit longer.
Sweet.
I'm
Friendship.
gonna be here for a few more minutes, but I got work in the morning.
Fair enough. That's the problem. That's why they release these on Mondays, so you can't respond to them adequately unless you're a professional streamer.
Saturdays.
Yeah.
Maybe we should have saved this for Friday.
We can do a second part. I mean, it's a long ass video. It's fine.
Yeah.
So we can continue. We can continue until
I was about to say is we could do the rest of the life now, spend the week gathering notes, and then we'll do an official.
The official response.
Once I switch.
Well, your guys will be scripted. I'm not gonna watch I'm gonna have my entire full thoughts on it live.
Okay, that's fair enough. Let's.
Maybe I could do a bit of both. I could write down my thoughts live, but then edit them back.
Yeah, we can. We can do both, and I'd be down to do a second stream because then my roommate can jump in.
Is this just gonna be a giant collaborative thing?
Yeah.
Just put in all our thoughts.
Yeah, my roommate. Well, it's not gonna be a video. It's gonna be a stream still, but my roommate can also jump in, and he wants to see it, but he's asleep right now. I hope I'm not waking him up by shouting. But yeah. We can do both. We can continue, and then we can always just rewatch a part. That's fine. Because if it's
I don't mind watching stuff.
Because if it's nothing of value, then we can just talk over. We can learn which parts suck and just talk over it. So it's fine. Let's continue. Peace out, anyone who has to leave.
All right. Yeah.
It's been fun.
That is anti-bad. Everyone watching the stream and everyone in the PC. See y'all.
Peace out.
Bye bye.
Da-dum. Peace out. Da-dum. Oh. Let's continue.
Just as far.
What? What?
Just continue.
As far as art or animation, was there something
We have,
one of your earliest forays into making something of your own?
I want to hear this actually.
Making, I guess,
treasure hunt. He's gonna say
has really been my thing for a long time.
Okay.
I came up with the idea in 2013 while I was interning at Frederator. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Oh
shit, and that's the end product.
While I was interning there, my boss told me and the other intern okay, at the end of your internship, I expect you guys to pitch us 5-minute short for Frederator.
Okay, so that's a very common practice in internships, by the way.
So is that the origin of High Guardian Spice?
Yeah.
The official origin, I guess.
That's interesting, actually. That it's. I was reading Nipu's spoilers because I said that anything before 15 is fair game to not be a spoiler. What the fuck? Did Nipu just type up an essay? Nipu, did you just type up an essay? I'm sorry.
Let me read it.
Sure.
I want to read it.
Rodriguez mentioned how they used the character numerous times before in other small projects, and that this was their big thing for the year. If so, the story should have been fixed up nicely, outside of development costs, before the show was even pitched to the numerous places Rodriguez claimed to have been rejected from. Instead of something that was well executed and tightly knit, we got tons of filler, poor characterization, poor flow, nonsensical plots, and more garbage. Hell, Rodriguez didn't even realize that High Guardian Spice doesn't make sense if the team is made because the characters are aromatic herbs and not spices. If what Rodriguez said was true, and that this was the thing they were working on for years, that this was their big thing, then that speaks more to the failure of the show.
Yeah.
Rodriguez is to High Guardian Spice as Christian Weston Chandler is to Sonic 2. Except Sonic 2 is more interesting as it can function as a window into the perception of a functional nut job, while High Guardian Spice is just a failure product because...
What?
Let's go, Danny.
I get the picture though. That's a good analysis.
Do you think you can repeat that?
Ray attacked you with the Wi-Fi. He DDoSed you.
Rodriguez attacked you with his mind.
He DDoSed you with his mind.
So Ray really didn't notice that there is a difference between herbs and spices.
Yeah, he didn't. That's the meme. That's the big meme.
I just thought of a really baller meme. Imagine like Ray Rodriguez with a gun saying, "I'm about to transgender your bones."
That's pretty badass.
Imagine Ray Rodriguez.
How can I transgender my bones? Or whatever.
It's Ray really being serious about knowing the difference.
Imagine Ray Rodriguez meeting Chris Chan.
Oh God.
Oh my God.
Oh Lord.
No.
No.
Chris Chan would hit him with the Chris Ye Hame.
I think.
Chris Ye
had a.
Hello, Maggie. Can any of you do like a Chris Chan impression?
I think I can do kind of a good Chris Chan.
Oh no.
You know what he's been doing now, Liquid Chris?
He's like a fucking doctor, isn't he?
He's a cancer.
Yeah.
He's a cancer surgeon now.
Ian Brandon Anderson.
He's a very successful like doctor.
Jeez, oh my God, that's so wild.
I'm sorry. I need to keep my voice down. I'm sorry. I remixed
I actually think I actually have a picture
So
of
hard.
what Chris looks like now. I'll put it in mute.
Ian Brandon Anderson.
Did Chris like take transition or something, or
Yeah,
like I don't know.
Yeah, Chris is a trans woman. Kind of.
Yeah,
Which is
but
weird because I think he like specifically like said a lot of trans.
Oh, he did. He hated gay people forever.
But he says it's different because he identifies as a lesbian.
Yeah, he says
not a gay man.
He's or she they. I jump all around with Chris. I jump around with Chris's pronouns. So I'm sorry if I used the wrong one, but then again, nobody can keep the story straight. So.
I don't. Why should we give
And I don't care, honestly.
He's homophobic and transphobic.
Why should we give Chris Chan that whole thing?
And also rape their mother. Rape their mother. Yeah.
Why would you?
By the way, here's that picture I mentioned. This is Liquid Chris now.
Liquid Chris looks so good though.
He does.
That's Liquid. Liquid Chris himself. Yeah, here it is. The fact that he's now a medical doctor.
Liquid Chris has turned to liquid gold.
Yes, exactly.
And this tweet also mentions how this is the fact that Liquid Chris is now an actual medical doctor, and Chris Chan is in jail for diddling his elderly mother.
That's great.
In accordance
with MGS lore.
I ask you, who is the real Chris?
It is clear who has the recessive and dominant gene.
Yes.
So.
And with that.
So I had to come up with an idea that summer. And I came up with High Guardian Spice. And I made a 5-minute short.
Yes. Have you ever heard?
For that. And it did not get picked up, but then I had these characters, and I basically
don't even
used
think
them
that Christian is actually trans, but rather exploiting the title.
I wouldn't put that past him because of course like he tries some like I wouldn't put that past him because he's done a lot of like scummy and fucked up shit.
Yeah, and especially with like
somebody
delusions and the comics and stuff.
He thinks Sonichu is real for Christ's sake.
And that the CPU
and
goddess
tends to paint like
and also in a letter like from prison, he
those are
closely
wild.
We
need to continue this video, guys. We could do a Chris stream.
For, like,
it's
the
good
next
though.
year,
It's all good.
Like anytime.
So Ray was drawing.
You need to make a pitch for this, like whatever, just for this assignment. I would just do High Guardian Spice.
Oh, you would just do that one. Okay.
That's great.
Yeah,
no.
I mean.
Wait, we have to continue.
Like, he spent all this time on High Guardian Spice. Like he used these characters so much, and then when the time came to write a story, he was like
blah,
cat girl,
blah.
Honestly, the High Guardian Spice feels like it's like with the way they phrase that, it feels like it.
It feels like Ray had vague ideas.
It's so weird.
What he wanted the plot to be, and so he didn't even get past the first draft.
I talk about this in my review of the show. Guys, real quick.
The remake of The Fog was greenlit at only 8
Real quick.
First draft.
I will say this much. This is why I find Ray fascinating as a human being, because he rides a line similar to Tommy Wiseau and like Swery to me, in that like but not as good as Swery. Swery's awesome. But my thing with Ray is like, how can he be so seemingly passionate and yet dispassionate, and like that he cares enough to go through all of this shit and then also just completely fuck it up. It like he's like a walking contradiction, and it's fascinating to me.
Oh yeah, that is he's like a lazy tryhard.
Yeah, it's weird.
I'd like to.
What?
I'd like to say, it feels like it's like with the way that he phrased this, that these characters really should have stayed as like OCs for a little comic, like fun little OCs for like your fan comic or your thing.
Yeah.
Not something for a mass-produced show. It just feels like that.
Yeah, that's pretty true too. But like that's what's so weird to me. It's like I just find his psychology fascinating. That's why I'm curious enough to like deep dive his shit, listen to him on stream, and do all of this.
Like which part the
me
sheer
too.
lack of determined laziness, or
the incredibly targeted
that he's gonna get that some future scientist
that
is
too
going to gender him in year 5000.
Well, that too, but again, like the thing for me, again, it's this balance of like what he seems to see as like raw passion with apathy and like excuses and deflecting. It's a very odd balance because he's like he oscillates between being like you said, a lazy tryhard. Like he's like he cares about this clearly. He pitched it for fucking.
No, he doesn't.
But he pitched it for like 5 years.
I have a theory why. One, he's a spoiled brat, so he doesn't really know what hard work is to her. And
Agreed.
two, he's vain. It's really just a vanity project. It's not a passion project.
Well, yeah, but
he's thinking, I'm gonna be famous, and I'm gonna do it with little effort. That's really it.
are we sure though? Because he doesn't talk like it.
It's not a set case. Like
I think it depends on the clip.
It's still a mystery at this point.
Yeah,
But
that's why I'm
also-
fascinated. Yeah, that's the
Trying to
allure.
think of another like vanity project that could be comparable.
Drakengard 3. Do you know much about Nier and Drakengard? That's like that's one. But that's
Wait, I think Dragon Card 3 was something the studio did, not the.
no. Yoko
creator of
Taro
Dragon
directed
Card
it.
2.
Yoko Taro directed it.
Honestly, though, I feel like
He
the
directed
big thing
it,
that
but he
kept-
knew that it was going to be weird. He literally said in like a press release or whatever, he was like, if you expect it to be like Nier or Drakengard 1, you're going to be disappointed. He literally said that. But he
feel like
he shits all over his own work though. So
I feel like that if we can't, like, if he doesn't have, like, you know, that regular passion or drive like creators have like, oh, I want to create something golden and something that people really like. I feel like that at the very least, he wanted like recognition and money at the very least.
yeah.
Like at the very least, if that passion
Neil
isn't
Breen?
like.
Yeah,
like,
kind of like Neil
terrible.
Breen, I guess. Like again, Tommy Wiseau or Neil
Breen is
Breen. Neil Breen is funny, but again, that's the thing for me. It's like that's what's fascinating to me is he's not that either. He's not like crazy. Like Neil Breen is just crazy sometimes, and Tommy Wiseau is just crazy, and like Yoko Taro is just crazy. And Yoko Taro actually makes good shit. But like Ray is very collected and very like directed. Like he seems like when he's talking that he kind of knows what he's saying more than I expected, which is baffling to me that he's like as deluded as he is.
He has a certain awareness to himself.
But also a total lack of it. So let's continue because apparently Nipu said that it gets really bad within the next 2 minutes. Am I correct?
The next 2 minutes? Well,
Yeah.
then what are we waiting for?
Yeah, let's go.
I was kind of like just trying to make school work for me, you know?
Sure.
Yeah.
So I used a lot of that just to like develop ideas for it, kind of get to know the girls more.
Yeah.
I used Rosemary in like my senior thesis.
Yeah, I've seen it. It's fine. I watched it on stream.
This just I don't know how long it was. It was
It's
like
a minute.
And a half
Yep.
animation.
Yep. Treasure hunt.
Of just like her going through a dungeon.
Yeah. It's a fun little film.
Yeah, that was kind of the biggest
Kinda
project
cute.
that I did.
It's a fun
by
little film.
myself, and that kind of helped me get a job at Fox ADHD, where I was like animating. And
Wait,
doing
it's called
storyboarding
Fox
and doing design
ADHD.
stuff on their shorts program.
Fox ADHD.
Well, program.
Yeah, I'd work there.
Shorts, whatever, on their YouTube channel.
It honestly sounds like a group that helps disabled people.
Yeah.
Something
Yeah.
like that.
Cool.
What was
Yeah.
the line, like between Fox ADHD and
Yeah, get.
getting,
Ooh.
a
Yes.
development deal for High Board and
I want to know this really badly.
I think so. Let's see.
Okay,
I was at Fox
come on.
ADHD
Oh,
in, like,
okay.
2014
Thank you.
to 2015, and then I went to Danger and Eggs after.
Oh,
as a
that's
character
right.
Designer.
Okay.
I think the first time that I pitched to Crunchyroll was like October of 2016.
Okay. Oh, conveniently
because
2016.
I got that pitch like
Conveniently
from
or
a friend of a
suspiciously?
friend, basically. And
Friend of a friend, huh?
I don't know, like.
Well, that's how it
the
always
pitch went
works, yeah.
well, and then it
It's
was
true.
kind of the same pitch thing that
Ironic.
happens to a lot of people at the beginning, where it's like you don't hear anything for a really long time. People are just like slow and whatever.
Oh,
eventually
people
they
are
did get
slow.
back to me saying, "Oh, we really, really like this, but we don't have."
It's not like you, Ray. Really
and
fast.
eventually they did
I'm
get back
sorry,
to me
that's a
saying,
low blow.
"Oh,
I'm
we
sorry.
really, really like this, but
Well,
we
to be
don't
fair,
have."
the
like,
new doodle that they're
Did you
doing, I
just
want to
say
listen
Ray
to
is
some Led
really
Zeppelin
fast?
now.
No, I said that Ray said that other people are slow, and I said you're really fast, Ray, kind of sarcastically, which is kind of a dick thing to say.
Ray finishes.
Oh my god! Okay, y'all are taking the personal insults to another level. Ray is definitely gonna block me. I can't believe he hasn't blocked me. Seriously, he's got to see my shit. He hasn't done it though. He's literally I've streamed about him like 7 times, and
Very close to the.
and I have his fucking picture on my fucking stream all the time. The stretched Ray JPEG is on my stream. The one with the no budget, that one. Yeah, that one is on my thing, and also him dabbing. I love those.
budget for a show right now. Like, would you be interested?
Oh, I
in
thought
making
Ray
a
was just
comic? And I was
answering me.
like, Hell yeah, I would. So then we started developing it as a comic book for a while.
Oh, that's right. It was a comic.
I'll say that
we never
that checks
finished
out.
anything of it. I was like in the middle of sketching
I want to
out the
listen to
first
Led Zeppelin.
chapter when
Oh, okay.
Margaret Dean
Guys,
Marge,
like the dude
Oh, the
who-
scam artist,
Marge
apparently.
and
Icarus
we,
from the album covers.
pitched to her.
Scam artist,
Had reference
apparently.
to this. Hey, what
Allegedly.
do you think of this? And she was like, "Oh, this is awesome. Why are you making this as a comic? You should make it as a show." And we're like,
Nipu want to explain that?
It sounds like Margaret
Does-
Dean was like fucking Ray over. That was stupid enough to
Yeah.
take the deal, but still, it.
Oh.
And also, remember what I said before? She's the head of women in animation, and they've been known
Yeah.
to lie about their goal, and they're just a bunch of elitist pricks.
Oh, yeah, that's right, because it was like no women of color, yeah.
A webcomic or something that everyone ignored, but because of that person, this whole mess happened. So really, this person.
So Margaret Dean is the one.
Yeah, Margaret Dean did this. This is all her.
Right, because she made Elation Studio from scratch.
Yeah, but I just want to pretend Crunchyroll and Ray had nothing to fucking do with this. Because one, I'm still in the belief that Ray's really fucking stupid.
Maybe. Let's listen to the conversation a bit more before... I want to get a feel for his mentality. Because we can do it through
and after
TikTok.
that, I'm gonna say more stuff too about the comic thing.
Okay,
after
yeah,
that.
we can continue. I want to... Let's get... Hold on. Let's get, like, to 20 minutes without pausing for longer than 30 seconds. If that's okay.
Got it.
Okay.
Alright, let's go.
Let's go.
Boop.
Agreed.
Yeah.
And then
He agrees with us, guys.
Pitched again to like, this was like the biggest pitch that I've ever done, where it was like a room of 20 people. And
Oh, yeah.
Me up to San Francisco to like pitch.
I like how this person's going, oh my god, that's amazing.
I think that day they had like a series of pitches.
It's pretty
from a
normal,
bunch of different
actually.
People, and like they were at the meeting. They were like, okay, it'll take a couple weeks for us to get back to you. And then like 2 days later, they called me like, hey, so we're gonna pick up your show. And it was like, oh, okay, awesome, cool.
Wow.
Wow.
Congratulations, Ray. You have enough check marks to deliver.
Oh, he's fast, huh?
That's the thing
And that's
about
the beginning of a
Guardian's,
train wreck.
like process is there was a lot of time where I was just like, developing it by myself or developing it with a friend, and like things
Yeah.
were moving really slow.
Developing,
Once
huh?
Crunchyroll was interested, like as
Very
a TV
developed
show,
story.
It happened at breakneck speed.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
As it does.
Yeah.
That's
so
pro-
it was-
that's production.
I was gonna ask if there was like, was
stages
there
now.
any development
And that
time
one's
besides the
been-
comic moment? You know.
Not
No,
really,
yeah.
and that
Are
was.
they actually talking over him? That's pretty funny.
Yeah, because, like, so I pitched in March of 2018, yeah.
Okay.
March of 2018.
Damn.
And
With a
they
1-year
told me,
production cycle.
Like, okay, we want to make this show. We're going to start in May. And
Yeah.
we didn't do any work March to May.
Whoa.
Like, I was still working as a storyboard artist on a show, like a preschool show called Tinpo, so I had to like.
Can we
finish
find
up
that
the work
show?
on that and like bounce
Let's
early.
Google that.
For later, next stream.
When
Tempo,
we
I
started
believe.
in May, it was very quickly like, okay, we need to hire our story editor, we need to hire our supervising director and our
Looks like a
writers,
bunch of-
and like we had
Oh, it's actually.
about we had
I think
a
I
month
recognize
of
the show
development
actually.
time, which was
Someone's looking it up?
like hiring people and
That's
then also
nothing.
trying to
Hold
get
on,
the
hold on,
yes, trying to get the writers on board. But we really didn't have much time
Wait.
at all to
I know
figure
those
out what
cursed
the show
little
was.
cute-
We didn't have time to figure out what it
And
was?
also, we
What?
were working at like a WeWork at the time, so we didn't actually.
What are you
have our
talking
own
about?
office to, like,
You had all the
pin
time.
things up on the wall and really figure things
had,
out.
like,
I only had
several
all,
we
all
were
the, all the
bouncing
time.
between
You
this
had
WeWork and
basically,
like Marge's house and Amalia's
off
house.
hours because
It was.
I hate
it
to
was
break
crazy.
it
It's
to
the
most
fact,
people
yeah,
that
like that's not any.
contracts
A
are
month is
usually
nothing,
salary.
and
Wait.
development is a pain when it goes
Wait,
on
what?
too long, without a doubt.
Yes.
But like,
Contract?
it has
Contracts are-
purpose, you know. And
Contracts
it's
are
like,
normally
They're-
salary, especially with
Wait.
their team that actually been.
We were
actually
so
did
close to the
contracted
22nd.
No, yeah, we made it pretty far. But also, here's a question. So, what was he just saying right there? Does anyone know? Wait, because like he said something to the effect of, like, "Oh, we had X amount of development time." I think he was actually making excuses again in that
I
clip.
think it's. I think I mentioned this in the general chat that he had 3 weeks
To do
for
what?
Development.
Well,
For
to
development.
3 weeks?
Well, okay, 3 formal weeks, 3 paid weeks, right?
Oh,
but he had,
Exactly.
but he had technically a year.
He had 5 years.
Well, no, let's be charitable and like
Probably had more than that.
probably closer to, yeah, maybe he did. I don't know, but like I'm trying to think about it. Like I wrote my novel in a year. And that thing is complicated. It's not even done yet because I have to revise, and I gotta get back to that. I just realized now that I'm talking about it, it's been 9 days since it last edited.
Revise your work.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but here's the thing.
You're revising right now, man.
Well, what?
This is in 2013.
But that what I'm saying is, like, the amount of development, the amount of the amount of, yeah, the amount of no, you're all good. I was just gonna say, like, the amount of development that is in High Guardian Spice is literally like 1/8 of the development in my novel, and I'm not even flexing there. I'm not trying to flex. It's just that, like, an objective fact of the complexities of the stories compared to one another, in terms of like the amount of shit happening. Whether or not it's good, I'm not gonna say. I don't know. It's my own work. I can't say that it's good. But I don't know. It just doesn't really match up. The timelines don't match up. I don't know what he was doing. That was like, did his version not get made? Like, that's what I mean.
High
Like,
Guardian Spice is
what?
Like a Snyder cut of High Guardian Spice.
I would love the Ray Rodriguez cut. The Ray cut. Yeah, and it's like this. It's this fucking.
Rodriguez cut.
It's like Metal Gear Solid 4. Like, it ends up being like Metal Gear Solid 4.
Yeah, like the whole show is completely different, and it's like 100 times better.
But like the Triumvirate come out and they give like a massive speech to Rose, who is like in the cemetery next to her mom, and then it's about like they talk about like the shadow like government of the old world.
Rosemary was a ghost the whole time.
Yeah, they talk about the shadow government that was from the old world that set up the whole thing. Like, it becomes this cool.
Finally.
Can you picture? Now, guys.
That idea, about that shadow government idea, down somewhere. I might use that in my thing.
Yeah, go for it. I use that in all my shit. But also, you know, it would be really. I'm picturing a really hilarious but interesting scene of like a pretty realistic. Like, I'm picturing the ending scene of Metal Gear Solid 4, but with High Guardian Spice characters. You know, when Snake is in the fucking Arlington, and he's like saluting the boss's grave, or Big Boss's grave, and then Big Boss comes over. I'm picturing Rose and like Mandrake, or like the Triumvirate, or something. What? What is it?
I'm having connection issues.
Jesus. I was explaining my magnum opus. It's fine. It wasn't.
I would have gone X-Files on that.
What if Snapdragon?
You got a global conspiracy that is actively promoting new magic to.
Yeah.
The whole thing's just a big plot to sell NFTs.
Yeah, Snapdragon ends up being a somebody said what 404 is in the chat said, what is that pillow? It's Nicolas Cage.
Also, I swear to God, if Ray starts selling High Guardian Spice NFTs,
oh my God, he starts peddling NFTs like Destiny. Like, he's like, oh yeah, buy NFTs, guys. That's pretty funny.
He's just like Rosemary token or something.
There, got cool. Pray he's not an idiot.
Well, let's continue. Neppy coin. That's perfect. Neppy coin. Let's continue.
Before you start production, because once you're.
That's true.
I just think people don't know this. Like,
I know.
Some people don't know this. Is that,
I know.
Once it's on rails, you can't stop the train. Like,
no, yeah, you can't. There's too much money. Yeah.
Going.
Yeah.
You need that time to, like, you know, set things up.
But he had the time.
Yeah, you really, really do.
Yeah, I bet you learned that.
Like, I think
I'm on the production right now that it's like that. Yeah.
It would go a lot smoother, Because like
Yeah,
obviously
sure.
I was brand new. I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah, of course.
and,
We have full
like,
confirmation.
So he
that
knew.
He has no idea what he's doing.
Like, that
Yeah.
was no secret.
Jack
Right,
Like,
yeah,
I
yeah.
was brand new to this.
Directed,
Do you think that's
Roger
also
Corman's
a
The
reason
Terror.
why they picked your ideas and like
literally
if you're
4 days into that
newer,
production,
Oh, I
he had
remember
to take
that.
the reins from,
kind of like
I think it was like the second or third director they had assigned.
Yeah,
Wait.
I remember that.
Wait, Ray burned through directors? Is that what you're telling me? Like people were tired of his shit?
The Terror went through 5 directors. Jack Nicholson was roughly number 3 or 4, depending on who tells the story.
Wait, for what? What are we talking?
Basically, I can explain this to him. Basically, The Terror was like a horror movie from the 60s.
Oh. So we're saying that's what happened?
The lead actor was one of the lead actors was Jack Nicholson.
And he got fed up.
And they basically went through 5 different directors. And for a while, Jack Nicholson took over production.
Was it a good movie? Did it end up being good?
It was like
I never saw that.
Very early on in his career, and they already put him
I think
in
it was
the
like
director
his
seat.
second. I think maybe it was like his second, maybe his like.
Oh.
Maybe his second.
And
basically.
And we're saying that's what happened to the High Guardian Spice. Is that directors were moved around, which we can see in the credits. That's normal for TV, though, to be fair. That's very normal.
The idea is that basically it took 9 months to film, and they went through 5 different directors.
Yeah.
This was immediately coming off of an earlier production, The Raven.
Yeah, I actually saw that. That
like
movie
make
years
you
ago, and they used leftover sets from the movie.
do more.
Guys, I'm gonna have to continue it. But we can keep talking and just, like, keep an ear open.
Then like an experienced person.
Like, you can keep talking, it's fine.
Would push back more on, if that makes sense.
Well.
I'm so sorry that I have to do that. It's just, we're how long into this? 19 minutes of an hour and 24?
So exactly, I think that because I was new, I was cheaper.
Right. Well,
Well, that's true.
I think what he's saying.
This whole thing
it's
was
like
very cheap, apparently.
somebody who's coming in with having a lot more experience on shows, they're going to ask for a lot more. And,
well, yeah, of course.
So they're going to be like, well, that doesn't work for us because this is like too expensive. And so, yeah, it just sucks that it's so common. It's so common for first-time showrunners to get kind of screwed like that.
Yeah, there was stuff where
Ooh, this is a good
question.
question.
The meeting where they were telling me like, okay, High Guardian Spice is going to be picked up. We're going to make this. They gave me like some timeline stuff of like, okay, so storyboards are going to take this long.
Yeah.
And it was like, what?
Wait.
Like I in the meeting like laughed and
How long
was
did
like,
they
haha.
Yeah.
He did what?
Jesus fucking Christ.
For a
It was at the
22
meeting
minute
about when they
action-
gave him the schedule.
What universe?
Wait.
My
It was
reaction
going to be.
Wait. What did he just say? What did he just say?
So he was in the middle of a meeting and he like laughed.
But what was the timeline? What was the timeline that he said he had? Do we know?
I don't know.
He said it.
something like
He
the
said it.
storyboards would take
He said it. I need to hear it. I'm sorry. I need to quote him. I need to be able to accurate.
some timeline stuff.
Here.
Like, okay, so storyboards are gonna take this long, and it was like,
Like what?
Like,
What?
in the meeting,
But also,
like,
okay,
laughed,
wait.
and
How long
was
did
like,
they say?
haha, 3 weeks.
Jesus fucking.
Wait, to do a whole storyboard of one episode? Yeah, that's okay. That's not the worst timeline. What?
Also,
Yeah, what's he talking about? He's a storyboard artist, yeah.
Why the fuck can he do that? the fucking process.
Well, also it's 3.
How did he do it on his off time where you're like, okay, I could probably squeeze in somewhere to help.
Well, also 3 weeks for a storyboard of. Was it the storyboard of the whole show? Because that's pretty crazy.
Did Ray have help? Like, at all?
You would think so.
You can't storyboard a whole.
But my issue is he's relying too much on other people.
Yeah, that's probably what happened. He was like not delegating properly, so it ended up looking like a crazy ass fucking. Keep in mind he never did a full show up until then. To be fair, he probably was really daunted by the whole prospect, and then they were like, "Hey, 3 weeks." and then it's like,
They just like gave the show to this idiot.
Has he never done
Do
some
fucking
kind of
research,
training?
right?
well, yeah, exactly.
Like, he literally just
That's
walked
some
into
kind
a
of training,
room with like a bunch
like
of
a-
people and talked about like nothing for a little bit, and then 2 days later they're just like, "Here, have a show." Just drops it in his lap.
That's what he makes it sound like.
That's
Has Ray
probably
never,
what it was.
has Ray
That's
never done a training, like some kind of like assistant
Yeah.
training?
Well, yeah, you would think they would if they know he's a first-time showrunner. Why would they not?
Try to like work on something else beforehand.
No, I mean,
I think
I think the problem is, again, he didn't go to school for this. He went to school for storyboard art. That's very different from the skill set of like a director and the executive producer.
Blame his ass.
Yeah.
And I still blame his ass. Because do some fucking research, right?
Exactly.
Before you go in and do it like this.
Exactly, because again, as somebody who goes to school for shit that involves that, I know that I would be so fucking out of my depth if I wasn't in that role in student productions. And he was not. And he was not.
Cash this in from last Friday. Were you kidding me?
Yeah, there you go. I love when it distorts when you shout like that.
That's why I keep thinking it's a vanity project, because he has his head up his own ass so far. Like, damn.
Yeah, and now I'm starting to see what you mean, because I've said this before, but the problem is, this is literally how I felt like 2 years ago when I first tried like directing my own films. I directed for stage, but not for film. And the thing is, maybe there's people who like get disheartened by this, and like this is why it's important to test your skills in the indie scene, in the small time scene before you move up, because then when you make a shit project, because Lord knows I've made projects I'm not super proud of, it's not like it's not one of the worst one of like the most infamous animated series of the past 10 years, you know what I mean?
doesn't blow up in your face.
Yeah.
That also
You gotta
requires...
get your feet wet before jumping into the water.
And Kate
Because,
left.
like, if you
I mean,
jump into the water, people are just gonna see a corpse of you floating down the river.
exactly. But like I've made some shit that I'm proud of too. But like that's why it's important. Again, like I wouldn't have had, and it's a problem. This is also just a problem with like how communication schools and art schools like to have their curriculum. They don't really train people to be like executives at all.
Executives?
And like as in what he was, an executive producer. It's a very specific skill set that he.
But he needs to be ambitious enough to fucking get it.
Wait, what? Sorry.
He needs to be ambitious enough. He's acting like a follower. You cannot be acting like a follower and just expect other people to do shit for you.
Well,
that's what. Ooh.
Well, you all.
That shit just pisses me off.
This is a little unrelated, but Nippu, you have a good angry voice. I
Yeah.
think I should hire you as a voice actor.
Yeah, Nippu's angry voice is
think
pretty
you'd be
good.
great.
He's so angry. I love
Very
him.
angry.
Well, not love her, but
It's a pretty good.
me, but love her.
But like,
I'm just
sorry.
angry and
Sorry, what were you saying? I was talking over.
It's open.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Prince, you're breaking up real bad.
Oh no.
Hold up, you're roboting.
Ray DDoSed
Ray is
us.
attacking the router.
Ray DDoSed us again.
Bless your heart, Prince.
But like, I guess my big oh shit, my big takeaway from like I want, and maybe there's other people who like want to do like creative work and things. Not that I have that much viewers. I have like one viewer right now. It's fine. That's okay. I don't do this for the yeah. I don't do this for the views. It's okay. The VOD might get views, so that's a thing. But anyway, that's beside the point. The point is, you have to, if you're trying to get into that, you have to do things outside of what you were trained to do to be like any sort of like I literally, and I again went to school for this. About 80% of my skill set did not come from class. And that's not a fault of the curriculum. It's just you have to go out and actually do the shit. and he didn't do the shit before this landed in his lap. That's his problem.
Thing disconnected, and I think I missed your speech.
Oh, you missed my speech.
You did.
It's basically it's I kind of restated something I said before. It's okay.
What did you say?
No,
I want to know that.
I basically said what Ray seems to suffer from the problem of he went to school to be a storyboard artist, right? But being an executive producer on a show, an animated show, mind you, but a show, requires a different skill set that he wasn't trained for and didn't apply previous to that. Like, if he was directing animated short films during college with a small team and he did 2 or 3 of them, even if they ended up being 5 minutes a piece, he probably would have the skill set that he needs. You know?
Because he would have known
boxing gloves and they threw him in the ring.
What?
Yeah.
I said they trained him to make boxing gloves, but they threw him in the ring.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but someone else.
Reaction.
To
A
be
general
fair,
who
he
is
chose
reckless
himself.
underestimates the enemy is sure to be captured. A general who punishes troops before has
There you go.
won them over will never be accepted by them and will be useless to him if he already won them over. Does not punish them when appropriate, they will still be useless. So you must bring your troops together with humane treatment and bind them with discipline. This is the path to invincibility. In that consistency in orders and instruction, and the men will be loyal to you.
22
if there is no
is this the art of war?
Not. It is a mutual benefit to the general and the men to contain this consistency.
I see.
Right.
Yeah, that's what Ray should have done. Anyway, continue.
What universe? That's
yeah,
insane.
my reaction was, that's crazy,
thing
and I
at
was
this
told,
point?
well, that's what you're getting, so either take it or leave it.
Oh,
And they're telling me, here's your dream, 3 weeks, and it's like, how am I going to say no to that?
Wait, what? What? Sorry, there was
Something about his dream in 3 weeks?
No, I heard him, but somebody was saying something.
Oh, I was gonna hop off here.
Oh, okay. Peace out, Paladin. See you at the next part of this, because this is definitely a 2-parter. There's no way we're finishing this. We'll get to let's get to 40 minutes. Wait, that's actually that's double of what we just did. So maybe 30? Yeah, 10 more minutes in.
Sure.
Let's get to 30. Then we'll call it. What were you gonna say? How many people we got?
Oh. Don't we have 7 now?
Yeah, we got 7.
7?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what was I going to say? Oh, like I was saying previously, because this is what I was saying, beggars can't be choosers, and yet, he knows he's having a shitty deal, but he's like, no, I'll just take the shitty deal. And then he wants to complain about, it's not my fault my show sucked. I had a shitty deal, but you the shitty deal.
But he also, again, that speaks to his...
He didn't even try to bargain or anything.
That speaks to his inexperience, though, again, as... You said you want to do creative shit, Prince? I'm sorry.
Also, he's not assertive enough. And that's another problem I see with people like him. They're not assertive enough to be driven to
again,
do what they want.
Again, I'll hammer this point home again, because clearly somebody else didn't hammer this point home to him. You have to... like you said, yeah, you have to put your foot down, and if you have that experience, you can do that. You can have a leg to stand on when these corporate suits are breathing down your neck and saying, give us this in 3 weeks. You can say, no, I don't have the ability to do that. You have to give me a little bit more. Give me half a week extra or something. Use negotiation tactics. You have to do that.
Be humble enough.
What?
And I was saying, be humble enough to either ask for the comic book first, or be like, hey,
or the comic
do
book, yeah.
15-minute, or do 15-minute episodes since I
Yeah.
anime.
Yes, 100%. That actually is the primary thing he should have done, because that would have pleased the corporate side, because it would be like, hey, you want me to make something for you? I can make it in less time with more. Oh shit, we skipped to like Snapdragon as an actual mermaid. Somebody skipped ahead to 40 minutes.
And let me get a quick.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing. He wasted the budget on filler, but he
design looks
explained
better
how
than
that
the one in the
happened.
show.
Yeah, it does. It's actually well drawn. That's the difference. That's the difference. It's actually like pleasant to look
I'm
at.
still not over mermaid blackface.
Yeah.
Because of that show, that was very. It's a very weird to think about, but
It's
like
very
not wrong,
weird.
right?
It's not wrong because it's a different race in the show, and they're sent. Yeah.
Using the show's logic.
That's why Kel got mad at Snapdragon. He was participating in cultural appropriation.
Hey girl, you're tipping the scales of sexy.
He was being racist.
We'd be fantastic.
Oh my god.
Wait, Snapdragon? Dude, what you dressed like a girl?
How many takes do you think that took?
Wait, but remember ProZD voiced that character, you know?
Yeah.
That's the funny part about that.
I'm surprised by that he of all people voiced the character.
Mm-hmm.
Someone, yeah.
I'm familiar with him from a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I'm familiar with all the meme videos that he makes.
Yeah, I watch a lot of it. I'm subscribed to him actually.
They're pretty. He's pretty good. He's pretty good. Which is why it's.
One of my memes on my channel is actually from one of his videos, like layered over Cal's voice.
Yeah. Someone dipped. Oh, what?
I'm just wondering.
You're cutting out again.
Do you think it would be like, I don't know.
Wow, it is. Ray is really trying to DDoS you, Prince.
I feel like it's obvious from this. I feel like it's.
Ray is DDoSing Prince right now. He's DDoSing him.
I feel like it's obvious that as a whole, Ray just has the recessive genes.
I got all the recessive genes, all of the inferior. I was hated since the day I was born.
Wait, Ryan, are you Liquid Ray?
Am I Liquid Ray? Oh, I could be like it could be like Solid and Liquid Chris, and like.
Should someone try trolling Ray by being Liquid Ray?
Maybe I should try that.
Probably not. That would be funny. I'm the real Ray Rodriguez.
I would try that. I could try it. I mean, I could do it right now, but that gives away.
Do a good Ray Rodriguez voice.
Yeah. Who you talking to? Look who you're talking to. Look who you're talking to. This is my Ray voice. Is it not pretty accurate to what he sounds like? I mean...
Let's prove that you're Ray. What gender are you?
I'm a male.
No, you have to say like the whole I'm transgender.
I'm transgender.
Have you ever heard of transition?
Have you, Snapdragon, have you ever heard of transition magic?
Grooming is...
Have you heard of the FBI?
Grooming is fun.
Yeah. My favorite is what...
It's what I'm in my script comic, which I have to tread very carefully on. This is...
Have you heard of handcuff magic?
Oh shit. But like, how is my Ray impression, in your opinion, Dermot? How is my...
Have you heard of a man called Molester?
Wait, who
they
said
have
that?
handcuff magic in the show.
Oh yeah, they do. You're right. You're right.
Magic handcuffs.
I forgot about that part.
Can you say something? I'm just wondering, like, what you were saying before.
Me?
Yeah, I was making the joke.
Oh,
about
sorry.
Mermaids, like, what if I said that I loved eating sushi? Would it be a threat to kill, or would it be flirting, like sexual flirting?
I don't know.
I didn't think that far into the show.
Like, I'm still like.
I didn't think about that part. I wasn't paid. I didn't have the budget.
It wasn't in the budget.
It wasn't in the budget. They actually said 3 weeks. I'm trying to do the Ray impression. Is this working? Am I doing it right when I do it?
They gave me 2 days and $5 to make this show happen.
You're doing great, sweetie.
Am I?
Yes, you are.
Thank you.
Yes, pumpkin.
Thank you.
By the way, Hey, Prince.
Yeah.
Are you a girl? I'm just noticing your voice. Sorry if I'm assuming anything.
Nah, it's fine. I got stuck in this girly body, and now I'm stuck. I can't get out of this girl. I'm stuck inside of her, and I hate it.
Did you take transition magic?
Oh no! Oh no! No!
I did it, and I hate it.
Did you?
Oh wait. Wait,
Did
what's?
you meet Caraway outside?
Oh
the,
shit!
Mermaid place?
Why do I get the?
It's nice to hear your voice again.
Why do I get the vibe that new magic is the induction into those orgy parties that Caraway and the?
But see, that's the.
No, it's a gateway drug. It is a gateway.
We bring up the orgy parties so much, and it's because that's one of the dumbest things in the show.
It's like it's like that movie Eyes Wide Shut where they just go to like. It says to all these people in masks having orgies.
It's so weird. It's also.
Based on what actually happens in Hollywood.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it does. I bet you Ray actually went to those.
It's like that, but with. It's like all the new magic users, like the Triad, Caraway, the Cousin, Stretch, they all gather together in masks to have orgies.
They perform a 5-way fusion.
Man, you know, I don't. Of course, Ray's self-insert had to be the one to say that, which is or to be in the dynamic there, of course, because.
I honestly kind of feel bad for Aloe. Is it Aloe? Is that a pronunciation?
The one that has no the one has no personality. Yeah.
Anissa's wife. Yeah.
We need to continue the video again. We need to continue it. Wait, we skipped ahead.
Like, imagine how you must feel that your wife is constantly cheating on you.
I don't know. I guess it's consensual.
They go to the orgy party.
What we're trying to say, and like it's honestly worked out.
Oh shit! What's
That's
this?
why in my story I'm writing Aloe and
common.
Anissa in an
It's so
abusive
common for
relationship
first-time
because I
showrunners
can. Why not?
Kind of screwed.
You are fucking homophobic.
Yeah, there was stuff where
Oh no, no.
Okay, High Guardian Spice is gonna be picked up. We're gonna make this. They gave.
I'm so
sorry.
Sarcasm, by the way, I couldn't tell.
Okay, so storyboards are.
Wait, who? From who? From Ray?
Like what I talked about putting like in my story about Aloe and Anise being in like an abusive relationship. I think Prince maybe said I was
Yeah, somebody said it was homophobic. What?
Oh my god.
Criticizing High Guardian Spice is homophobic.
And you're calling Prince the traitor.
No, I don't. I think it was Prince, but I couldn't even like. Was it you? who was it who called? Was it Nick?
Joking. Jeez, you're taking.
Oh,
you're
hi.
pulling it on for too long.
I'm not good at this. Yeah, I probably should have.
No.
Yeah.
Wait.
You and Nippu and
I'm
Prince
playing
sound
the
really
video
similar, so I thought they were the same.
What? I in the meeting like
They do?
laughed. And
How
was
long
like,
did
You
they do?
and me.
Like you and Nippu, I
Jesus
think.
fucking Christ.
For a 22-minute
No,
action.
I don't
Oh
know.
my god.
No, I'm saying you.
What universe?
Nippu was talking.
Yeah,
I
my
thought it was
reaction
Prince.
was, that's crazy.
Oh, Lord.
And I was told,
What?
well, that's what
No.
you're getting, so
Oh,
they're taking
Nippu
or leaving
doesn't
it. And they're
sound
telling me,
depressed.
here's your dream.
We all
3
sound.
weeks.
We're
And it's like,
watching
how am I
High
gonna
Guardian
say no to
Spice.
that?
Of course we're
And like, I don't think I would.
Yeah, that I guess it's the cadence that makes everyone sound similar because we're all sad.
Like,
Yeah, we're all just.
Nippu
That's what I
sounds
was gonna ask.
like she'd be
later
like
also,
a,
was
I
like,
don't
do
know,
you
what,
feel like
a
even though
good
this was
mom
a
or something,
really,
and I just sound like
trying
Ooh.
experience.
Sound like that
Did
one
it like?
person who's
Do you
just.
see like the benefits
like,
of it
tired
now?
of
Like,
life.
Like,
I just
are
got that
you taking
caring and
seriously
nice
as
voice
a
and
You're
ET
just
and
tired.
creator?
While you're just tired
yeah,
of life.
yeah, that's
Oh.
absolutely like.
Wait,
I think
Yeah.
it'll
what is he
also get
saying?
easier with time,
Wait,
you know,
what is he
and also
saying?
making
Is he
things
saying
Also
something?
is like, do you feel like even though this was like a really, really trying experience,
Here.
did it like? Do you see like the benefits of it now? Like, are you taken seriously as an EP and creator?
Is he
yeah,
now?
Yeah, that's absolutely like.
That's good.
I think it'll also get easier with time, you know, and also making more things.
Yeah.
But
Hey, what did I say earlier in this
if
call?
It wasn't for High
Make more
Guardian,
shit.
Then I I wouldn't be developing
Clean
some other
Gloria
stuff that I'm
season one
really excited
confirmed.
about right now.
She just said they just said other shows, guys.
Well,
You
yeah.
might start to get into
Oh my god, stop fucking lying.
Ray's actually I doubt that Ray's actually respected as an executive producer.
But I mean,
I feel like he's been too
He's like he feels like a pushover. Like he like just sits around
He's
while everyone
surrounded.
else.
He's also surrounded by yes men.
Yeah.
He's diversity hire. It's like, oh,
He's also probably
How
surrounded.
does it feel that you're only? Yeah, like
Ray seems like he'd be surrounded by yes men.
Yeah.
Like, talking about him behind his back.
Oh damn, that's really sad. That's really sad.
Why do I get the vibe that Kate Lath is probably a massive turf?
I get that vibe too.
Maybe.
But
well, her Twitter account certainly.
Yes, Prince, you're right. You're right, 100%.
I think Kate Lath to end up like J.K. Rowling.
Yeah.
But even if you want to say that there was like a small amount of like the budget was small or whatever, it's still like a big chunk of money that they just blew on a PR disaster. Is essentially what that.
Well,
was.
yeah, essentially.
I have a feeling there might be a little bit of resentment in that office
Plan was
space.
made with a fourth of that money, according to Tina. So.
Well, and also, I feel like there's so many like. I don't know. There was so much mishandling and so much like just like. He must be like a really cool guy in real life or something. Like maybe he's actually just really nice. I don't know. Because like that's the only way. I mean, I don't know.
Like Terry.
Oh, it just
People like Ray, and they fucked me over.
Like nice to have his friend.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
If
Also,
this
what I'm
that
like
he's working on comes out and it flops again, really.
Well, then he wouldn't. No. It's two strikes, you're out.
Like,
yeah.
So is it like a 2-strike rule? That's how it works?
Well, usually, if you build a reputation for producing shit within 2 instances.
Just
I
look
don't
at
know about
Michael.
that.
Just
There's
look
a lot
Michael,
of people who like chain produce garbage and make a ton of money, so I'm not sure.
Just look at Michael Bay.
Yeah, but Michael Bay's stuff is actually profitable, and also, oh, you gotta leave, Prince. Thanks for tuning in.
Like, Uwe Boll is who I was thinking of.
Yeah, he's making movies.
Like all the movies he makes.
Yeah, sleep well. Thank you, Prince. We look forward to having you on the next stream.
Because you can use them as like a tax cheat, basically.
And similar to Ray, Uwe Boll.
Oh,
Take criticism.
Uwe, but I would actually argue Ray's a better. Bye.
So, Uwe Boll did something that Ray would never do.
I would argue Ray's better than Uwe Boll.
Are you familiar with the Uwe Boll boxing challenge?
Yeah, where he tried to challenge a critic.
Yeah. And he also apparently
Woo!
challenged both Michael
Bye,
Bay
Prince.
and Quentin. He apparently also challenged both Michael Bay and Quentin Tarantino.
Oh, that's hilarious.
He also made Postal the movie.
Oh yeah. He also made like every.
Which I heard was okay.
It was like a 4 out of 10.
Yeah. I think how much further should we get into this? We did not get anywhere close to 30 minutes.
We did not.
This is good though, because since I was late and since there's no alcohol involved, my commentary is slightly less. It's more pointed, obviously, but it's more boring. My commentary.
Alright, so Ray is talking about his other shows now.
We should keep going.
And like, I can't talk too much about it because it isn't announced yet.
That I
but, like,
remember years ago, like when High Guardian Spice was first a big deal. Years ago, I watched this one YouTuber. I don't know if he hasn't uploaded in a while, and I'm guessing you'd probably know who he is, but not really, I guess.
Yeah.
He was called Easy Peasy.
Yeah.
You ever heard of him?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Have you ever heard of ER?
Yeah. Oh.
He's kind of like, and he's basically bootleg. He's ER but less funny.
Okay. Because I know ER is like weird. Like.
Yeah, he's kind of like he's ER, but like
ER hasn't uploaded in too long.
Similar to this other guy. Basically, easy peasy. That you can even tell that from the name, easy peasy ER.
Yeah.
He kind of easy peasy became famous with a Steven Universe video.
So similar to Lily Orchard as well.
And ER as well.
I know ER because of Deathflix.
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, Easy Peasy kind of became somewhat of a controversial person in the animation YouTube sphere, I guess.
Yeah.
And one video that he basically did was where he basically spoke with a supposed former animator who basically exposed a big a bunch of basically gossip about people in the animation industry.
Yeah.
And one of them was the whole thing with Margaret Dean.
Oh, look at this. Look at all these connections. The web is starting to form.
You know who that is? Margaret Dean?
Margaret Dean is the creator of Elation Studios, yeah.
One of them was basically something talking about an incident involving Margaret Dean.
Which is really funny because Margaret Dean worked with Ray Rodriguez on this.
He even brought this up. Like basically, it was a thing involving women in a scandal involving her group, women in animation.
Yeah, I read the tweets. I know that there was also an actual issue of diversity with that. Like they actually would not take like people of color.
One of the things that Easy Peasy discussed with this guy was that thing.
Yeah.
Involving people of color at women in animation.
And they were like, weren't they like either like ostracized or mistreated or something?
Yeah, that's basically the gist. And he brings this up. Hey, wait a minute. Margaret Dean is like, that's interesting because isn't there that show on Crunchyroll that founded, and who is a producer on that show? Oh,
Margaret Dean. So what are we saying? So what are we saying?
I'm really excited about the thing that I have in development.
I still have to go
and also
and I got
directing
at
Warner Brothers.
Thanks for tuning in. Can't wait for the next part.
Gotten that without High Guardian, and also like I have managers now. Like
High Guardian Spice
my manager, he's the fucking.
Is that supposed to be like Sage
holding? His name is Matt.
Matt
Schickman.
Shout out.
He's like, yeah. That's like he's so fucking
shout out.
badass. Like,
He
so
said
great to work with him and to just
he's
be like,
badass.
hey Matt, like I'm interested in this project. What do you think? And he's like,
it's very weird. I love it though.
Oh, okay, cool.
It sounds like you're
like
I
have ideas for certain things where like I can just like send him my ideas and he helps.
By the way, at this point, I can perfect my Ray impression. If I listen to this video like 4 times, I can do it.
Yeah, he's.
Yeah, also like.
Yeah, he's awesome. He's fucking badass. I love him.
Who's he talking about?
After High Guard?
His manager.
The Warner Brothers
like, is also Sage holding Neppy Cat or Olive?
Paprika.
By the way, I thought of a
Paprika.
I thought of a better subplot for Olive in my story than Ray ever could.
Oh, what is it?
Can we take a
You know how Olive can turn into a cat?
Yeah.
What if she were to fall in love?
Gonna lean back on the. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Like but she doesn't want to tell the other cat that she's a person.
What the?
Yeah, that's interesting. I just realized something. Oh shit. Zoo Pride, everybody. Have you guys seen the Zooier Than Thou shit?
Imagine that. It would be a much better. It would be a much better.
You saw Deadwing Dork's stream.
It would be a much better love story than Aloe and Anise.
But Dave, you've seen that video?
Seen what video?
The Zoo Pride stream, not the Zoo Pride, the Deadwing Dork video on the Zooier Than Thou people, or which video did you see?
I was talking about. I saw one on. It was like some hypnotist Zaffo, I think. That whole drama.
Oh, because that hole runs deep. I deep dove that. That was fucking wild. That is some true crime bullshit.
So
Anyway.
How does my olive idea sound?
That sounds good.
Ray right here is saying that he really likes the way the show is going and being produced and likes his manager. So does this mean
continue.
So if Reclaim Gloria flops, does this mean he can't use the excuse?
Oh yeah.
Studio was poor, or whatever.
He backed himself into a
Right
corner.
here saying it's good.
Hey, wait a minute. How is
Yeah.
the studio bad if you like your manager?
Yeah. So the studio's good when the show's in production.
Yeah.
Criticism starts rolling
Wait, is this
in.
made before or after the production?
This is after, because this was tweeted. There was the tweet for the initial interview. He said, "I'm interviewing them on this Sunday," and I believe it was in February.
Well, like, what even, like...
So this was recorded like a month ago, which is normal.
Guys, did you love my totally awesome olive idea?
Yeah, I did. I promise you.
Well, it's a much better love story than Sage and Snapdragon or Aloe and Anise.
Well, it would be in the current state that it is anyway. Now, I have a question though.
So yeah, this is something poignant we have in this interview. Ray saying he likes the production on Reclaim Gloria. I need to write that down.
Yeah, that's good to write down.
When it eventually, like...
We're gonna fact check his every word in the future.
He's gonna blame it on the budget again, isn't he?
Well,
the budget.
Well, but here's I love how that when he tweeted that, did he not know that would become a meme? Like he had to have known. Maybe he did. What, because he was said it, and it's like the dumbest thing. Well, maybe it's not the dumbest. I don't know. Budget. But also.
Decent enough dialogue. The budget. A coherent 3-act structure.
Budget. Even though I've written that with for no money. Negative money, in fact.
Actual character progression and a linear plot. The
budget. But also, again, this is what fascinates me about this dude. The fact that he's up here acting like he did like this fucking hard work, which he might have in his own mind.
Ray sat around while everyone did work for him.
I suppose.
Like, do you honestly think he knows where to take the story? He just kind of threw in
But
stuff
it's so
that
weird.
Looks like it'll have a story,
But it's...
for example, he has
Yeah.
no idea. Like things like the triumvirate, the Rock, Lavender being alive, like the villain's motivation or the secrets of what's going on, are stuff that he threw in but doesn't actually know the answer to. Did he, like, if I went up and actually asked him...
Yeah, that's... I would love to...
What does the triumvirate want?
I would love to have a private interview with him.
And if I asked, hey, what does the triumvirate want?
Would he give you an answer? That's what fascinates.
We need a season 2 to explain this.
That's what somebody posted the thing, the no budget. But like for me, like again, that's what's fascinating. How can you, as an EP and creator of your show, not explain something? Or like pitch something and pitch it for years while simultaneously not developing it and having massive inconsistencies that are like glaring.
What I find funny is that Kate Left didn't write the finale.
But not even Kate like I know that he didn't write, but how can you as the EP, and he proudly proclaims on his website that he doesn't say this, but this phrase means that I follow my stories cradle to grave. How can you do that and then excuse the inconsistencies in the story? That would be like...
What do you mean cradle to grave?
I mean, he says he's part of the entire production process and it's on his website. It's in his bio.
And how does no one actually, like... No one, I don't think anyone in the show had clear communication with each other.
Yeah, but that's his job. His job is to do that.
It's almost like they animated their scenes in different studios.
Yeah, they actually did. Korean studio.
I just, for example, this would explain a lot of the inconsistencies, and not only in the animation, but in the plot.
Yeah, I think I had an issue where the writers or whoever's making the episode just added things in because they thought they looked cool. Or
yeah,
something.
that's where the PNGs come in. Yeah.
are random giants.
You know what it is? It's the equivalent of in the first like literal minute of the first episode when Rosemary starts listing off all the cool things they're gonna do. That's like what the whole show was. We're gonna fight mermaids and dragons and yeah.
It's kind of like if you're like making a video game and then you just start adding in random features that don't like.
Yandere Simulator.
Yandere,
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah.
Like, say what you will about Scott Cawthon, but at least he finished the fucking game.
And at least the game has a tonal and coherent center that like makes sense.
Say what you will about like whatever Kojima does, but at least the game was released.
And also Kojima is in a way different league, honestly. Like he's like millions of dollars.
From what I heard, Metal Gear Solid 5 was unfinished or
It
something.
was. But
at least the game came out, but at least it came out.
But you know what it is? There's a difference in the way that it's unfinished. It's kind of complicated, but like essentially it's unfinished and that the third act isn't in the game. It kind of just ends abruptly. It makes sense, kind of, but like you can tell that there's something missing from it. But Kojima, being the crazy guy he is, the game's motif is phantom pain and phantom limb. You could argue that extends into the game itself being unfinished. You can make that argument.
Let's keep playing.
Yeah.
Because we've been.
Guardian Dream.
Yeah, it was after. I really wish I had it before.
Like it would probably take us even longer.
That would have helped a lot early on. I would have. But whatever.
Oh, I would love to do that. I could do that for hours.
Yeah. It was very like towards the end when
then
I was
here we are
wrapping
for
up,
hours.
and it wasn't really sure like what's gonna happen next.
And we aren't even done yet, so.
Wait, what did he just say?
Yeah, sorry. I'm just saying we aren't even done. But yeah, go back.
Back a little bit, right?
Whatever.
Rewind the tape.
Yeah. It was very like towards the end when I was wrapping up, and it wasn't really sure like what's gonna happen next that I got in touch with Gotham Group.
Okay, it's yeah, it's nice to have. It's everything. It just seems like nobody has a good first experience, and
I mean nobody does. It's true, but
with TV, but it's like this shitty trial by fire that you have to kind of go through.
Yeah, it's really hard, and I mean it's like.
I mean, you're preaching to the choir, Ray. I know.
And you're just so grateful that somebody is interested in your idea and they're making your dream come true. Like it's huge. So like.
I mean, I agree, Ray, but.
I don't know.
There's also just like a lot of things I
Which
think that you don't expect, like the way that like a lot of like things that happen in the room, the way people are like doing the business side of things. Like if you're not a business major, you have no idea.
By the way,
they're doing it. They're doing it, guys. Wait. They're literally making the argument I was making like an hour ago. Remember when I was talking about you not having the training, Ray? Your people on this fucking podcast are talking about you not being a business major. It's not even business major. It's like communications major, which is what I am.
Oh, so no, there was no communication.
No, I mean, yeah.
Class he can take to learn shit like portals into the story.
Well, I mean the portals are an entirely different problem of plot, but like again, the production could have been improved with just better communication in general, and it sounds like, and that wasn't his job. His job was to be a storyboard artist originally. Not to say that it's impossible for a storyboard artist to advance. I mean, look at what his friend Julia Kaye is doing.
Julia Kaye.
Snapdragon's voice actor. Who also apparently, we looked into this. I pasted them in the chats like yesterday. Does some pretty decent comic work, and also branches into other things. But yeah, she's way more talented than he is. Also smarter, just a better conversationalist. So.
You know what I find funny?
Or wittier is the better word in talk, from what I can tell.
most of the stuff that people like Jerry praise about this show probably wasn't Ray's idea.
Yeah, it's very possible that Snapdragon wasn't even raised at. Oh wait, no, Julia Kaye talked about it in her video or in her interview with these same people. She talked about the creation of the Snapdragon character, and I think that was the way she phrased it made it sound like it was Ray's idea.
No, one of the things I feel like wasn't Ray's original intention was the tone.
Yeah, because you look at Treasure Hunt and there's way more clearly a center to that, even though, you know, like that.
I even read something about how they aged up the characters.
They aged them up as.
I read somewhere like I'm not. It's not confirmed. It was on some website, but that the characters were originally written as children.
Yeah, I could believe that.
Like preteens.
And then they were like, "Oh wait, if we're gonna explore themes about sexuality, they have to be at least teenagers, right?"
Yeah, and violence and sexuality, we have to make them teenagers now.
Yeah, because then we don't want to cuties on our hands, do we? I mean, this is animated, so that ethical problem doesn't really exist. It's.
He's 200,
yeah.
I swear.
What?
Yeah, like.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean.
This probably explains why the characters act so dumb.
Yeah.
They're literally children pretending to be teenagers.
Yeah, it's weird. You know what's even weirder, by the way? I've caught on to this while listening to the Julia Kaye interview on Creative Block. I think they both got too caught up in the message that they were conveying. And that's how they missed the sort of grooming theme. Because they both had a hand in that. But Julia Kaye is...
Have you ever heard of...
transition that. But Julia Kaye, to my knowledge, based on the conversation that they had in that, Julia Kaye seems really smart. That's just the impression I get. Like, she would have caught on to that. But I think since they're both friends... This is a little outside the box, obviously. But I think they probably got too caught up in their theme of like, oh, an older trans person like helping a younger trans person come into her identity.
Bad idea,
which is
just portrayed in such a groomy way.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that I'm saying that their intentions like were like they didn't like they got too complacent in each other's.
Were probably decent, but.
Oh, they were, and arguably that scene, to be honest, is one of the better scenes in the whole thing, even if it has those problems. Like, if we're real about like the dynamics and the pacing and the build up, it's better than most of the other stuff, even if it has problems. You know, every time I felt like in episode 2 when we would cut to Obi-Wan and I would be like, hey, keep me on Obi-Wan. That's what I felt like in that episode. Keep me on Snapdragon. Yeah, exactly. That's why Snapdragon.
That is supposed to.
Oh
be used.
shit!
I
thought that was someone else
you're
in the
not
show.
using the same language as a creative, like when you.
Oh yeah, you aren't. That's true.
I'm guessing.
But you can use both. You have to just explain it well. You have to transpose it.
Things get confusing like that. I've had a lot of stuff with my.
Wait. Keep it playing. I can listen to both.
My new development guy talks in a
yeah,
way
you can.
that is very much like television development, and sometimes we like get confused talking to each other.
Yeah.
It's great because like he's very understanding.
I feel
we have other people
what I said
involved
before
too,
about how
so
they
we're
aged
able
up
to
the
like
characters
kind of
from
mediate what we're trying to
teenagers.
say.
I can name something else that did that also made that decision and kind of suffered from it.
Back on when I first was getting into animation and like.
Okay, I'm sorry. I thought I could do it. I can't. Well, what did you just say?
So I can name another decision, like aging up characters and kind of suffering from that.
Yeah.
You know what other game? You know what game made that decision?
What, aging up the characters?
Yeah.
What game? Tell me.
Heavy Rain.
It always comes back to David Cage, I feel like.
Because you ever notice how
they act really weird for their age. Yeah, they act like they're half their age.
They were supposed to be around. They were written to be around 6 or 7.
But then the French,
Sony didn't want to like get controversy on their hands for murdering children, so.
But that's
Like,
I don't even
they
see
had
what
to
the
age them
problem
up
is. So.
make them slightly older so that we're not killing, so that the villain isn't killing 6 to 7-year-olds.
But it's so stupid because it's a work of fiction. It's fine. Like I don't understand why that's
I
too.
don't know why I just thought about this, but did you guys? I think I told you guys this before, but you know how like Fallout New Vegas, there's like characters who will like stand outside on some parts of the map and like advertise different like locations.
Yeah.
And stuff. So one of them was voiced by a 13-year-old, and they were advertising. They were advertising services from females.
Oh yeah.
Favoring.
That's pretty funny.
So, the reason that happened was because they literally like they were doing the voice lines. They were just like getting people and like back to back, just like in one day, just like
yeah. It was just a bunch of stuff. Yeah. And then that ended up biting him in the ass a little bit. Like somebody got mad.
Yeah.
It happens.
And in Heavy Rain, it doesn't help that most of the child characters are voiced by Cage's son.
By really bad French child actors, yeah.
And it doesn't help that most of the children that the actor who voices the most kids is actually Cage's son.
Which is really weird and uncomfortable.
Yeah,
kind of like Ray.
Who was probably casted his dad was making the game like.
Hey son, want to record a voice line?
Yeah, no, his son.
Sorry.
I think Sean was voiced by Cage's kid.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm gonna keep laughing.
Sure.
It actually is, because it's not this like creative free for all, and
yeah. So maybe he got in there because of nepotism.
Coming up with funny jokes, and then you're all hanging out with your friends, and it's like it's really not. And showrunners are.
It's not.
Most of the time. We've talked to other people about it.
Half right.
Somebody was saying.
So showrunning is not Friends for a Lifetime, amazing.
I mean, it is if you do it right, but it's still hard.
I love how even the dark episodes are followed by that theme.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. They couldn't have two ending themes just for the darker.
Everyone gets turned to stone.
Yeah.
So the guy just talked about there, he talked about how like you're constantly putting out fires. There's a lot of fires at that place, but you know the fire extinguishers weren't in the budget.
Well.
Oh wait, and also they just the children just murdered a dragon.
You killed me with that. You killed me with that, Dave. Oh my god. I'm also picturing the Ray chibi that's in this fucking like thumbnail running around with the
We have to put out the fires with like squirt bottles because they couldn't afford their real team.
You think Kate Lath is secretly plotting?
And by the way, Kate Lath lit the fire. Kate Lath literally gaslit.
No, she's just like lighting the fire while singing like the end theme or something.
No, Kate Lath literally gaslit the whole production.
Yes.
Literally.
You know what she's saying about Burner? She tells everyone to leave the studio except, and she traps Ray in a building.
Oh my god. Oh Jesus.
I know what her last words are to Ray before she kills him.
What?
That's 2 men.
Oh yeah, right. Because yeah, but at the same time, I'm willing to bet that there's some weird like reverse turf shit where like she doesn't take. Well, again, it's like reverse turf shit where it's like. Because TERFs, like, their big ideological thing is that they don't think that trans women are real women because they think that they're, like, creepy men or something. I know that's part of it. I know that's oversimplified, but it's a bigoted ideology, so I'm fine with simplifying it. And, like, maybe it like, works in reverse where it's, like, trans men are, like, she doesn't care as much about because it's, like, mentally...
she's, like...
Mentally,
okay, I see what you're saying.
She's like not as intimidated because, but like you notice how shitty it's also very shitty as an ideology because to me Ray is still a man. I mean he is.
Yeah, so she like hates men, but since
Ray is okay because Ray is a trans man. That's really fucked if that's true.
Actually, that's very interesting.
It's,
like as a thought process.
You guys think that Kate Leth is constantly? That could actually be a good idea for a cartoon. Tom and Jerry. It's called
Kate and Ray. Kay and Ray.
With Kate constantly trying to kill Ray the man.
Holy shit. I might actually do something like that, but it'll not be them, obviously. It won't be them. It'll be, like, fictional characters. It's pretty funny.
Yep, it's
ready to keep going?
Yep. And then Kate always fails, reaffirming the validity of trans people.
It's not this, like, creative
and also, like,
free-for-all,
I remember,
and
you want to know what
you're just,
Kate's
like,
main
in the writer's
motivation
room,
is?
And then you're like, we're coming up with funny jokes, and then you're all hanging out with your friends.
Remember,
it's like,
as we all
really
know,
not, and showrunners
the bond between girls is just
I like how it sounds like Ray was laughing at us.
Somebody was saying that, a previous guest.
I don't know why, but that's one of the worst lines in the show.
It's really bad. What was Nikki saying?
It fails on. There are two reasons I can name for why that line sucks. You know what it is?
You're not really part of the crew.
What? Because of Parnell and also Sage is stupid.
And it's just putting out
in
fires.
the previous episode,
Parnell.
Oh yeah, we talked about that. Yeah.
Secondly, it's contradicted because because Rosemary and Sage. Oh my god, I almost called Sage Ray.
Yeah, you did.
Or Kate, yeah.
Like it's just like it's
Ray and Kate.
Punishing beyond.
Ray, oh yeah. Sage and Rosemary's relationship is toxic as fuck.
Incredibly accurate.
It's so bad. So incredibly accurate. Ray agrees with you.
So you're the one.
Is this supposed to be the bond between girls?
Okay.
You have to be.
Okay, Ray just admitted he was the boss of this whole production right there.
Yeah.
So you were.
Make a note of that.
So you handled the budget. That's strange about that.
So like, there's always going to be a little bit of distance between you and your crew, which absolutely sucks. Because you're like, I hired these people because I really like their work and I really like.
No, that's a good thing though. That's a good thing, Ray. What the fuck?
There's always situations, and there's never going to be a perfect.
That's good. Because if you become friends with them, that increases. Guys, pause real quick. I actually have to get on a quick soapbox about that. I mean, he's right in that it does suck, but he's wrong in that, or not wrong, but in my experience, you have to be incredibly careful when you're working with friends on productions, because that's how you lose friendships, you know? Because if shit goes wrong, which it does, everyone gets mad, things get said, and then suddenly, bang, like that, you hate each other. Like, actually, in real life. So, I don't know, he's so fucking naive. But I'm like...
That probably explains why this show is so childish.
Because he's naive?
Yeah.
Because, like, I'm not even out of college yet, and I know that what he just said is...
I'm still in my first year of college.
What are you going for, just out of curiosity?
Yeah, just film classes. I might choose film production.
Oh, so you're in a similar boat as me, nice.
Yeah, I'm doing some film related. I have a YouTube channel where I do short films.
Sweet. I'll have to check it out. I've seen you sub to me. I need to sub back to you.
Have you ever watched Door Monster?
Door Monster?
Yeah, the YouTube channel.
I think I've heard of it, but like, what is that?
It's a YouTube. They make comedy sketches and stuff, and they make like short films or whatever. They're one of my favorite YouTube channels. They're one of the reasons I actually do YouTube now.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, they're pretty good. They make a lot of videos on like different topics.
One of my other like some of my more comedic stuff. One of my influences is probably JonTron.
Yeah, as much as JonTron has like really weird political shit, like he's still a great content creator. So.
Yeah, and some of his older content is really.
Video Kyle made.
Yeah,
oh yeah.
Some of his older videos are classic.
Oh yeah, I still love JonTron, honestly. Like, I mean.
For example, there's most of the jokes in his plug and play video are now like famous.
Hey, if you're ever, I will.
The children with no necks.
Yes. Oh yeah. And then he's like, "Oh, this is the game for me," and he like puts up his shoulders. It's really good.
Yeah, there's also. Hey, wait, 8-bit games? Wait, this the dazzling 3D graphics. Come on, Philip, make up your goddamn mind.
Yeah, that's funny. It's like we talked about it on the other stream, the TikTok stream, but there was a part where Ray was like, "No, fuck that. I like staying awake," and then somebody was like, "Yeah, it's like I was sleep whatever the fuck I want. I'm fucking an adult. Like pay my taxes, like or whatever."
Yeah, but one of my favorite things about this "How to Be a Successful YouTuber" video is he spends like 5 seconds telling you how to do it, and then the rest of the video is telling you why you shouldn't do it.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Fucking amazing.
That's...
Yeah, his advice for how to do it was like use interesting thumbnails, make topical videos, and don't worry about quality because it doesn't actually matter.
By the way, yeah, exactly. But also,
he's right.
Dave, I actually had a realization. The second part of this stream, which will be way better, we should probably start. If you want, you can write this down because I know you took a note at some point. Because Lord knows I don't have my notes right now. And I'll remember. We can start about like a little earlier, like maybe around like the 15-minute mark. But for the next stream, I'm definitely going to be playing a video game at the same time. Because Jesus Christ. You know? Yeah. Just because like we spend a lot of time on the pause screens, which is all good. I'm all good with chatting it up. But
I don't, it's hard to admit, but one of my other inspirations was Doug Walker.
Oh yeah, same here. He was very influential.
Yeah, it's like even if some of his content just sucks.
Yeah, I liked Nostalgia Critics so much as a kid.
Quotes from that "How to Become a Successful YouTuber" video was something along the lines of, "People have been trying to find out how to make money off of this for the better part of a decade, and the people who make money off of it aren't the ones making the videos." I was like,
oh yeah,
shit,
he's actually kind of right.
Yeah. And also, like,
it's the editors who like edit it together. Yeah.
Yeah, like some of the most popular YouTubers, like they don't even edit their own shit. They just like have someone else do all the work.
Exactly.
Just, yeah. So,
I don't mind hiring editors because that's just like.
Yeah, I edit all my stuff.
Yeah. I tend to edit a lot.
I'm not a good editor, and I feel like in terms of my editing is probably the weakest thing about some of. I think if some of my videos weren't like. I think I've edited most of the videos on my channel except a few.
Yeah.
One of them was only I shot one of them, but it sent it to the footage to someone to be edited.
Yeah.
I think most of the other footage, like I think I probably edited it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when I edit my stuff, I try to like make small edits that have really big impacts. I try to like
that's a good
make
plan.
Changes that
I didn't get I only just recently got like a Premiere software.
Yeah,
I'm
like,
gonna turn the video
like in the
down. So.
Series, you'd be surprised how much like you can convey by just making tiny changes.
Oh yeah, because you literally conveyed a whole subplot that wasn't even in the original with the triumvirate. I mean.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And now you're actually
like one of my favorites is like cutting out like the part where Rosemary strikes time and just like playing the sound effect.
But
and you can imply that Rosemary like just nearly decapitated her, and also, that like completely changes the story a little bit.
Also, Dave, can I shout out the fact that I love that your Abridged is like a high concept Abridged because you're literally just rewriting it. Yeah. I love that.
It's like SAO Abridged.
Yeah, exactly. It's like rewriting it. It's not even like actually abridged. It's just a rewrite. You know.
Sage, I just have one question, Sage. What's a guardian?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. You actually like fix plot holes in the.
I wanted to like come up with a clever title for it, but the reason I called it an Abridged series is because I thought that would get a lot more traction.
And it kind of has. It's climbing. It's climbing. It's getting there.
I'm surprised I've grown this fast. Like I thought it would take way longer to get where I am right now.
Really? Yeah.
Because I've started a few YouTube channels before this one, and they never really took off like
this. I mean, I've had my channels for a while, and like I just do it because I like creating the content, and you know.
I only got my channel at some point in March of last during the pandemic.
Yeah.
It's only been like 3 months since I started this one, and it's at like 800 subscribers.
Yeah.
Because like I've done stuff before, and it takes way longer.
Yeah. For sure, it's definitely yeah.
And like one of the things I like about this Abridged series is that there's a plot.
Yeah, exactly. There's actually a story to be told.
Like,
which, by the way, have you noticed that Ray isn't really telling a story throughout this whole interview? Like, he's kind of jumping from point to point. I just realized to kind of cycle it back to the interview.
I think that's just kind of like the style of this.
Yeah, but Julia Kaye's conversation, because that was the one that I watched. I've only watched that as the other one because Julia Kaye is also a High Guardian Spice person. But that interview was just infinitely more interesting and like cogent as like an interview. You know what I mean? Like, she was going from like there were basically 3 different stories that she told, and those all centered on a collective like message that she was saying, which again to me speaks to the fact that Julia Kaye she strikes me as a really smart person, and I don't know if I'm getting that vibe. Like maybe Ray's just bad at like conversating, which is fine because Lord knows I'm not the best at it. I mean, I am right now, but that's because I'm chill. In literally, it's something I'm trying to work on in leadership roles. As an EP, I stammer. I like sometimes have to like lapse into silence for a while because I'm weird. I'm an introvert, so you know, it's I get it, but at the same time, he's not really answering the points. What?
Okay. In case you haven't noticed, I'm weird. I'm a weirdo.
What?
I'm a weirdo.
Me?
Fit in.
Me?
Oh, no,
it's Riverdale. It's Riverdale.
Oh, yeah, okay. That's what Ray is saying, too. Ray's like, I'm not like the other people, says other people.
I'm not like the other ones.
Says the other ones.
Weirdo. Like, the last time I saw writing on the same, like, as bad as High Guardian Spice was probably Batwoman.
So Batwoman, I still stand by the fact that Batwoman was way worse, because as bad as High Guardian Spice is, I could finish that.
Yeah.
And also, it doesn't help that unlike High Guardian Spice, Batwoman is set in an established, is based on like an existing IP with a
it's worse on 2 fronts. First of all, it's ruining a character that already exists, and secondly, it got 3 seasons instead of just 1.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. It's like if you are.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah. It's like the suit is literal perfection.
Yeah.
Oh shit! He's talking about paying people overtime.
Do you have a,
it will. Remember, the suit is literal perfection.
They're talking about the budget right now, guys.
Oh, no,
I'm sorry.
The budget.
We're almost done. We'll get to 30 and then we'll call it.
All right.
I'm sorry. I was listening, but at the same time, the issue with Ray is that you can argue every point he makes fractally, and you can go on for like. It's a quote Vosh. There's a great Vosh quote that I love. There's some people I let talk, and it's like a fractal dipshit argument, infinitely expanding in all directions. That's what it's like. Fractal dipshit. That's my favorite. He called it a fractal dipshit.
Yeah, I think that happens in a lot of YouTube comment sections where you'll start on one argument and there'll be like 57 more that just come out of nowhere and you constantly
By the way, I know Dermot mentioned this. Have you ever seen Destiny debate Vosh?
No, I have not.
It's fucking wild. It's like mind melting because they're both like pretty good at debating.
Watching 2 people who know how to debate each other it's kind of like watching like a brick wall try to fight another
it's literally that. Like the one that the Vosh VOD is called 3 Hours of Pain and Suffering, It actually is pretty accurate because they debated each other for 3 hours. Destiny like probed him for like two of those hours on his beliefs, and it was wild.
Because like right now I'm in like 3 different power scaling debate servers, and I've
Yeah.
seen some shit.
Like debate bro moments, people trying to get dunks.
Oh yeah.
It's pretty funny.
I've seen people argue like for hours on whether or not a character is like Mach 1 or like 5 million times the speed of light.
That's why I wish Ray was a debate lord, because then Ray could come in here and try to like blow us the fuck out on why High Guardian Spice is actually good.
Debate Lord Ray sounds terrifying.
That's why I have the glowing eyes, Ray. You should make that an emote.
A lot of arguments in these days is like people don't actually care about what's true; they just care about being right.
Yeah, of course. I mean, that's arguably the problem with Destiny, because while I like Destiny, he sometimes like tries way too hard to like
when it comes to like measuring power, it's hard to do it in a High Guardian Spice because
the power's inconsistent. Yeah.
For example, Rose is initially clumsy enough to trip over
literally herself. She tripped over herself.
Long enough in a situation where she could humiliate Aster.
Yeah.
I think the problem is they try to do all the character development off screen because they're not talented enough to write it happening on.
Well, no.
Just, like, show a montage of training.
Dave.
Like, okay, they're good now.
Dave, you're right. You're 100% right in terms of like they aren't talented enough, but it's not that they want to avoid it. It's that they aren't planning for it. Meaning, like, you know what I mean? Like, there's a difference in the way in which it's bad. In that, like, it's not bad because they know that they can't write it, and so they just don't do it. It's that they like, or wait, what was my original claim? Shit. It was something to the effect of like, hey,
what you're trying to say is they
didn't plan it. Like they just didn't know. They didn't know. It wasn't even because I can see the beginnings of the threads. It's like with the Snapdragon Mermaid thing, you know, in both the case of introducing that plot point and also in the case of following it through to the logical conclusion, and also the racial overtones of mermaids in the show. Like
they have
they didn't plan it.
Threads that they're just kind of like sewing together at random to just
try
and make something cohesive.
Yeah, they didn't plan it. Yeah.
Grand Mall rug.
Yeah, exactly. Because when you don't plan out shit like that, that's when it starts to, you know, the gaps, the chinks in the armor start to kind of show, because you aren't, or rather, the better analogy actually is, you can see like the theater props poking out from behind the curtain of the stage. And you can see the crew like trip and fall and like for a half second on stage. That's probably the better analogy.
I think it's something that like was brought up in that Lobster Hero video, but it's really hard in High Guardian Spice to like separate the art from the artist.
Oh, it's impossible, actually.
Yeah, it bleeds through. Like Ray is literally a self-insert in the show.
Which again is to me fascinating. Like that actually kind of makes if the show was exactly the way it was, but without Ray's self-insert and without like the aggressive vanity, I wouldn't probably still be talking about it like literally 4 months after discovering it.
It wouldn't be as interesting as it is.
So
that's like whenever I did my like essay video on it, I tried really hard to like keep as much political stuff as I could out of it. Like,
but it's hard not to.
Yeah. Because like it's literally baked into the magic system because like it's supposed to be a thing on conservatism or whatever.
Yeah,
I try my very best to keep that out of it. So like if someone wants to say like, "Oh, you're just mad because of the political stuff," I can say like, "No, I didn't even mention it."
Well, but here's the in my experience with talking, and this isn't even just High Guardian Spice. This is again in terms of like the fact that like I mean I fell into like the like debate sphere, you know, like So I guess I've been able to compartmentalize this argument, but like for me, it's like it's not even about like, for example, like I'll watch some of those debates and I'll be like, okay, it's not even about the actual perspectives. Like it's about, or it's not even about like your personal perspective. It's about like the performance in the debate, or like how they conveyed their argument. And if they didn't do it well, they didn't do it well. That's like independent of the actual like opinions being expressed. You know what I mean? So there's that element too. And I guess that in short, with the High Guardian Spice stuff, I'm perfectly fine talking about the political angle of the show, but I also can frame it in such a way, like, you know, I guess, again, this is kind of with all the stuff with like any sort of political theme in media, I'm like, I don't really care what the theme is unless it's like actually reprehensible, as long as it like is conveyed in a way that makes sense and is consistent for the story, and also doesn't lead to like a genocidal conclusion. Like obviously like the fucking crazy shit is like off the table no matter what, but you know. Yeah, that's kind of the issue with our boy over here, is that you can't separate.
Whenever like if I plan to make more like video essay type things on this, which I might go over like the world building and how it makes no sense.
You could do it live on stream too. I can send you the clip if you want to post the clip. Yeah.
Rattle off stuff, but like I wanted to try to keep like the politics out of it, because it's a common argument I've noticed where like people who like say you don't like the show just because of that stuff in it.
But
so I say like, oh, if I don't bring it up, like, and there's still like a ton of valid criticism, they can't even pull that card.
But it's so dumb because like that, literally the most vocal critics of the show that I have seen are LGBT. So I mean, I have the anecdote of myself. Prince King is here, and he is LGBT to my knowledge. I believe it's him. Shit. Yeah, it is. I remember because he followed me on Twitter and I saw his bio. So, but essentially what I'm saying is we have the anecdote of ourselves, and I've also read and seen like videos and shit where the most vocal people against, or like critical of it, are LGBT. So I don't know. I just to me that argument is just immediately invalid, because like there's just so much to critique in terms of its representation too, you know.
And I'll also like pull the budget argument, obviously, like Ray does. I think I actually posted a comment about that one time. I'll have to find it.
On a video.
Yeah, we can keep playing the thing though.
Be a perfect schedule.
Yeah.
And so at some point you have to
We're
ask
almost
for
there.
more than what you know.
For now. Friday's more fun though, because alcohol comes out.
It's unavoidable. Like no matter what, you're gonna have to push people, and it sucks. Like nobody.
And my roommate will be here to laugh about it.
Have sympathy, but all the directors I've known, they've been put in, and me as well. Like they get put into that situation, and it's just like, fuck. Like you know that things got to get done, and you're just like, I'm so sorry, we have to do this. Like please, like don't hate me. Like it's just.
Yeah, I mean that's the role of a director.
Like the most you can hope for is that your studio is compensating your artists well.
That's
just like,
wow, he keeps bringing up money.
If you're at least paying them well, and if you have to do
money.
paying them for overtime.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. That was the original reason I rewound. He said that you should pay for overtime, which is the most room temperature take. So that's fine. That's okay. I thought he said something really shitty.
Oh no, we did eventually get one. So it was just that first month of development that we were in WeWork, and then luckily we switched over to an actual space. It was like at that. Am I allowed to say where it was?
I don't know.
Oh shit! Yeah, I like how he asked that. As if
keep it vague.
Yeah.
Here, I found the
whatever. It was at like the same lot as some Disney shows.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh, like you know where the place was. Wait, somebody posted something.
Yeah.
That was me.
That helped a lot. Having a space The thing was just that we were already starting to write.
I'm reading it. That's why I'm quiet.
There, and we were already starting to hire people. Like,
yeah.
We started hiring our storyboard artist before the first episode script was done, and
there
that
is.
I get what you mean.
Disaster, and it immediately caused problems.
Because the enjoyment factor and arguing whether something is good or not are different. Those are different arguments. For example, I've said it before. I like.
Because like obviously you're not gonna get it right on the first try.
Really quick pause. Real quick pause. I just have to say this, and I've said it before because some people use this argument against me. Ray actually used this argument about like, oh, you hate it so much yet you draw it. I don't hate the show. In fact, I like the show. It's not good though. You know.
You can like something for different reasons than like I enjoy it.
Exactly. Like I like it
for analysis purposes.
I unironically like High Guardian Spice. If I didn't like it, I wouldn't be here.
People who draw like images of war like actually like war.
Right. That's actually a pretty apt analogy.
On it and, like study it.
That's
actually like wars happen.
It's a pretty apt analogy if we're gonna like use stuff outside of media, because I was gonna use the example of The Room or like or Troll 2 or whatever. You know, you can like those
because it's bad.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I've said it before. Like, I don't care if you enjoy the show. If you enjoy the show, that's just fine.
Because I do. I mean,
to admit like its flaws, then
yeah.
I'm okay with you liking it.
I do,
like
but also I will say this. I wish. I've said it before, and I won't get too into it because I've said it a million times. But the worst crime the show commits is having long periods of boredom. It's so boring in places, and it's sad because if it was more, think about it, if it was like X-Arm, like in terms of like there was always something crazy happening all the time.
The reason it's like that, like the reason it's so boring to me, is because they don't introduce the villain until episode 7.
Well, yeah, because I don't know
what in episodes 8 and 9. Forget the villain exists for 2 episodes, and then suddenly a new villain comes in the last final episode. And
it's really bad, and also it's like it's so weird because it's like they were trying to be a slice of life show for the first episodes, and then they stopped, and then they were like, hey, we have to have the plot. Like I want to hear what his opinion is on that. Like I wish people could legitimately ask Ray. Maybe it'll come up because I know there's a Q&A section from Twitter comments. Maybe like I want to know, there's certain things I want to pick Ray's brain about, but I don't know if he would ever have that conversation in good faith, just judging from the way that he acts on Twitter sometimes, which is sad because I want to know, like, for example, okay, what is the reason for the villain not being introduced at this point? Why did you think that this was a good idea? Like, I'm not even like actually criticizing, just asking, you know?
I think the real answer to that is because they just didn't plan well.
Well, yeah, is that what he would tell me, you think? Like, if I asked him that?
I genuinely don't know.
Again, this question is what racks my brain.
We didn't have the budget to, I don't know.
He might actually say that, which is the saddest answer. I would have liked to have gotten like an actual answer, but that's why legitimately for our student media show, I did reach out to him to interview. Never responded to me, but
I think another issue that goes into like the bad planning part is like the only characters who are in the main group that have like connections to the main plot is Time and Rosemary. Time because like her fairy woods are getting destroyed by the rot, and Rosemary because her mom's evil, but she doesn't know that yet. So really it's only Time who's like doing all the plot work. So
yeah.
Everyone else is just kind of sitting there just waiting for her to do stuff.
Yeah, because and that just comes down to like bad usage of characters, because there would be so many instances where you could introduce like a trait of the characters that like returns later or like advances the story in some way. You know, like it's basic storytelling shit. I don't know.
Yeah. I think it would be a lot more interesting if like each of the characters had like some connection to the rot. in some way, so they had a reason to focus on this other than, I don't know, this girl I met less than a month ago is saying it's bad, so we got to deal with this now.
Yeah, and it's also just handled in the most boring way. I don't know.
Yeah, and they don't do like basic common sense stuff. Like, there's this huge rot problem. Like, you should probably tell the very competent, well, competent in quotes, but competent teachers.
Yeah.
Tell Caraway about it.
So yeah, tell Caraway. Tell
Caraway doesn't learn about the rot until like way too late.
Which is so weird. Again, it's weird because that's just another example there. Because like if the teachers knew that new magic causes problems, that would put a massive limit on new magic as a magic system, and therefore justify a lack of use of it. You know.
Yeah.
Because then it could be like, hey, yeah.
The conspiracy theorist theory I had on like the plot they were going for was that like new magic was causing the rot. The triumvirate were basically selling terror spheres or like selling new magic as a product. So they don't want it coming out that it does this, so they're covering it up so they can keep their profits high or something.
That would actually be very interesting. Too bad that would be a season 2 plot line that we're never going to see.
We're never going to see it.
Is there anyone else in this call, by the way?
I think Railgunner 34 is still here, right?
That's really funny that everyone left us. Everyone left us alone to analyze the show.
You had to analyze
or the interview. It's not even the show, it's the interview. But I hope I didn't scare everyone away with this, because this one has turned out to be a little interesting in terms of like the pacing of it. I feel like we've exhausted this enough for now.
This interview, yeah.
Because while there's still plenty to cover, I want to do that with like the full crowd, or at least like some of them, like at the beginning. Because to be honest, I actually do love the chaos of like a lot of people talking. Like to me,
I gotta find a GIF again.
You're finding a GIF. Oh yeah, but like I actually do legitimately like when like there's too much conversation, because it's more interesting, like in terms of like stuff going on. Yeah, when 3 people talk all at once, exactly.
It's like, Mecha.
Because Mecha always wants to analyze the shit out of everything, and that's why we love him. And then who else? Who else?
I think Mecha has some interesting analysis of the show in general.
He does, but he's always also thought about it to such an extent.
I can tell, like, whenever he gets really heated.
Yeah. Well, he even does it.
I got a lot of shit to say right now.
Yeah, he even does it in text. Like when I sent the clip from his the image from his Twitter, where he said, "Oh, don't worry, it's not that mature content," and he's like, he didn't even. Like that was the text that he said.
He has a good like YouTuber personality, I think I would say.
Yeah, he does. He does, which is honestly, yeah. So I think I'm cool with calling it for now, because everyone's abandoned us, and also the Friday stream is easier because people don't have to get up early for work. Of course, these motherfuckers release it on a Monday so that you can't respond to it. Again, unless you're a professional streamer or something, you can't respond to it on the day it comes out. But that's okay, because this was going to be a 2-parter. There was no way we aren't doing like an 8-hour stream. Like we've been live for 3 hours at this point, and we got through 30 minutes of it.
Yeah. Sounds like us.
But you know what, that works, and it'll be funnier on Friday as well, because there will be my roommate will be here, maybe. I think he'll be here. I hope he doesn't get too bored of this, because it is very like odd, the pacing of it. But we can break out all the memes, pull out all the stops for Friday.
Memes, ASMR.
Our memes of
your house.
Our memes of food.
I think the Rosemary breaks into your house one was a really
that's a pretty good. Oh yeah,
I love the ending.
Yeah, that one's pretty funny.
The ending is great. Like, so one of my friends, Dread, who does work on the Abridged series,
Yeah.
he saw the ASMR, and he told me he was literally on the floor rolling when the jump scare at the end happened. It was so stupid.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Rabies bite.
Rabies. I love that line too. There's so many. I will say this: there's one actual unironic positive in this show. Some of the lines that are meant to be funny did make me smile. To be honest.
Yeah, there are a few good jokes. Amberless has most of them, but
Yeah.
like,
You look like an invertebrate.
one of my favorite jokes to make in the Abridged series is taking a line from like a really stupid line from the show and just using it in different contexts.
Yeah.
Like the is sleep a food line.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, in the show, it's just Rosemary like being a smartass, but in like my version, like every time she asks it, it's a genuine question.
Yeah,
like,
because she's obsessed with food. And it's better characterization. It's better characterization, actually.
Yeah.
Because yeah.
Yeah, I am working on episode 4, and I have some jokes regarding like Rosemary's eating habits coming up that I think are going to be hilarious.
Yeah, that's going to be funny. Well, I mean, hey, if you need an excuse to switch Caraway's voice, that could maybe be part of the character. Let me know, and I'll do the actual I'll do the Ray impression.
Do the Ray voice.
I'll do the Ray voice. Basically, you make your voice really shaky and like shift it up an octave or so, and yeah, I think you got it. And really drag out what budget. I didn't have the budget. It's really hard. I need to watch. I'll probably listen for Friday's sake. I'll listen to the first bits of. Oh, someone jumped in the call. Who's this?
Hey, what's up? Dr. Emu.
Oh, it's Dr. Emu. Unfortunately, Dr. Emu, I think we're about to call it for now, just because I'm also getting tired, and I notice how like reserved and like passive my commentary is getting, and yeah. Well,
I need to brainstorm for the inevitable world building and High Guardian Spice is fundamentally broken video.
Yeah.
Or something.
Oh yeah, after talking about the magic system, yeah.
Yeah.
But then also, what?
Something really funny. Okay, this was really. Someone in my school got recommended the fucking Magic and High Guardian Spice's fundamentally broken video, and they recognized me, which that was grand.
Yeah. Wait, you're in school, right? Are you in college?
I'm in my senior year. I'm about to leave high school. We're almost done.
Oh, you're in high school.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. You already have a successful YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet.
It's pretty. But yeah, they told me like they watched the analysis video, and I was like, I'm mad I'm liking this so much, or something like that.
Wait.
Your analysis was far too good. This isn't like you.
Wow. Okay, that's a backhanded compliment.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
I mean, like, I'm actually.
I'm really happy that a lot of people liked the analysis video I did.
That's
really
good.
Exciting. Like, yeah, I got comments that were like, "Man, I'm really surprised you made a video like this." Wow.
Well, I guess they just watched the memes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we do some good analysis here. The memes. We do some good analysis here, and we do it on stream too. So, anyone watching, stay tuned for the next part because we are going to continue this. I'm actually not gonna lie. I'm actually a little bit underwhelmed. I was expecting it to be way funnier.
Yeah.
But maybe it'll
you said, like we do analysis. I couldn't help but thinking of like the gifs of like the sharks talking or something. It's like we
do some speculation here. But you know what? Again, as I always like to say, I feel like I'm personally, I don't know, maybe I feel like this could be like me just being pulling a Ray moment, if you will. But I feel like I'm literally one of his best faith critics. because I'm very charitable to him, you know.
Yeah.
And then I'm charitable, and then he says something, and then I'm like, oh, should I continue being charitable?
It gets harder and harder every day.
Yeah. And I have a feeling, you know what? Maybe I won't be disappointed by this video, because I think if it progresses, like, if we watch it again.
As much as I rag on the guy, I don't hate Ray.
Oh, I don't either. I've said that many.
There are creators who are like way worse than him.
Oh yeah.
He isn't that bad.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, that's why I'm comfortable kind of like memeing on him. Like, if I really hated him, I don't meme on people I hate, to be honest. I just like avoid them like the plague. So
most of my memes on him are just like weird out of context things he said. Like,
yeah, I mean, my memes of him are like his face, but like those are still pretty. I think face memes are good, like good faith. If you do them, like, I don't do them in an offensive way. At least I don't think I do. Like, if someone made memes of my face, like, in the way that I make memes of other people's faces, I would find it funny. So, yeah, like for example, like, taking a picture that he's posted, stretching it wide. I mean, come on,
yeah.
It's and
a lot of people do that with whenever like famous people have pictures, they like edit them into memes and stuff.
Yeah, and I like, and clearly he hasn't gotten so pissed that he's blocked me. He hasn't blocked me over that yet. And we'll see if he blocks me for my like stream, which has one of his faces as the fucking thumbnail.
Yeah, I think only one of my videos has his face as the thumbnail, if you don't count Caraway existing.
Oh, it's the one where it's him shouting.
It's my most popular video. It's the everyone's reaction to High Guardian Spice or whatever.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
72K views on that one.
Yeah. It's
the most popular video I've ever made. It was on a different channel. It got like I want to say over 100K or something. But it got set to kids only or something, because it was like a cartoon out of context meme where you like take stuff out of context.
And it was like the Kappa shit. The Kappa shit got you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I hate the Kappa stuff. It's so stupid.
Yeah.
Disabling autoplay for no reason. You can't comment on the videos anymore.
Yeah. It's
the worst.
It's because the government put its foot down on YouTube.
Yeah. YouTube overreacted.
Yeah, because like they do always, every single time they overreact. It's hilarious because they do
everything except what the creators tell them.
Yeah, exactly. But it's also funny because I know the reason they overreact. It's because like if they were found liable for like all of that shit, they would literally owe billions and billions of dollars, because it would be like they would get sued for like every video that was seen to be violated, but just literally millions of things. So they have to be like I see why they have to be so careful. It's just really funny to me.
Mm-hmm.
But
I wonder how expensive YouTube servers are at this point.
Oh yeah, they're probably really expensive. I mean, they're with Google now, and Google servers are probably worth a fortune too. So
yeah. With the amount of money they spend on server data, they could probably solve world hunger 40 times over.
Well, they could actually probably like give everyone a massive server. Everyone.
Yeah.
But it would cost everyone like literally the amount it costs them to run it, and their operating costs are not cheap, I'm sure. Well, are they a publicly traded company? You could probably check that.
Google?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't have to yeah. That will close out on Googling Google's fucking worth or operating costs.
Yeah, it is. It's publicly traded.
Google cool. So we could do the CSI investigation if we wanted, or the loan shark investigation.
Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah. So. Fuck, I want there to be like an actual conclusion to this, but I think we might. I guess that's the to be continued, right? It should kind of just end.
We can conclude it on. I don't know. I guess a meme.
Wait, here.
Parnell dying. Parnell dying. Here we go.
Oh, you're playing it. Hold on, let me go back to the. Yeah, there we go.
We play Parnell dying.
And then we have to figure out a way to 2 times it or something.
Hold on.
For the next.
Clicked off the link.
We need to. There are going to be 2 improvements made for part 2, guys. It's going to be A, I'm going to play Donkey Kong Jungle Beat in the background, and then B, we are going to figure out a way to 2 times speed it or something.
Did I play the meme?
No, I'm not seeing it. Wait, maybe I need to pull up the window. Hold on.
Oh, no, you hit it.
There it is. Got it. Oh, shit.
They're just staring at these.
Yeah.
Happy music over the children about to die.
Parnell!
Bye-bye.
Parnell!
Yeah, that's a good way to end it. All right, and with that, everyone, thank you all so much for tuning in. Stay tuned for
In case I don't see you, good morning, good afternoon, and good night.
Yes. Peace out, Dave.
See you.
See ya. All right. And with that, I am also going to hang up on the call. Man, that was fun. That was fun. But also, at the same time, it was really tiring in a way I wasn't expecting. And I had... God, I'm trying to imagine if I had alcohol instead of energy. With the Mountain Dew. Shit. I'm trying to think if I... Ugh, my God, I can't believe how much that took out of me compared to Julia Kaye's fucking video. That was just so boring in comparison. Like, I'm actually kind of disappointed. Not gonna lie. But next stream will be more entertaining because what we'll do, we'll pace it out a certain way. And like I said, I'll play a video game in the background just because... let me quit Discord just so we don't get the little noises. Just because it's when you're reacting to something and it's that long, like I get bored with it as well. But it's also, I wasn't expecting it to be as dry. I guess I just figured because whenever Ray is in video talking about something, like he's just kind of a naturally dry person, which I can relate to, frankly. Like, I'm not even throwing shit. I'm not even talking shit. Because I do it too, but I don't know. Just, yeah, that's how I feel. And next part, we'll also have the technical shit figured out a bit better. Because, fuck me, I kind of fucked up the way that I did that. Might have to cut out a whole bunch of it. Just trying to wait for if anyone wants to say anything. I need to change the stream title. Well, I'll change the VOD's title, but I'll keep it because I'll be actually doing that on the real version. Yeah, I think we'll call it because, yeah, I've said all I need to say. I actually never ate dinner. I might literally just grab I ate all the protein bars, didn't I? I might literally just make myself, like, I don't know, something super easy. Because, yeah, I'm actually really hungry. So, yeah, thanks for tuning in. Stay tuned for the next part because, boy, will that be fun. Now that we've dipped our toes in this and everyone had to leave because it's a weekday. Again, they released it on a Monday conveniently. But, I mean, like their Julia Kaye video, it's not bad. Oh, excuse me. That channel's content is actually not bad. Ray is just a drier speaker than Julia Kaye is. Anyway, I think that'll about do it. I should probably close this off. And yeah. Peace out. We'll see you on the next part of this stream. I don't think I'll stream until then, just because I get very busy in the week. So thank you so much for tuning in. Peace.